Yeah, baby. So, what's the latest?
You guys are post-boat.
Yeah, we got off the boat yesterday. Had a very nice time. One thing about that, though, when you meet a bunch, because I met about probably 50, 60 people yesterday.
Dang.
And, it's great. There's no question. It's a wonderful situation, all the rest of it. And that's not what I'm saying at all. But you get home and you go, my God, am I tired? But when you're schmoozing and shaking hands and laughing and joking around, it does take a toll on you. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Didn't meet one prick, though.
Well,
not one a-hole.
That's great.
Works out pretty well.
Okay, so you guys got on the boat around what time?
2?
2?
Yeah, I think I got there. Well, I took the bus over from the Hubbard headquarters. So I don't know what the hell it was.
Did they have a nice bus?
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And the guy driving the bus, matter of fact, I got to pull his name out. What a sweetheart of a guy. He's a big listener.
I like, they usually hire the same people for when they do the state fair. It's the same guy, and I love talking to him.
He's a great guy. I got his card in here some goddamn place.
We got some free drinks. Is that what happened?
I gave mine to Hutch from Stacy and Hutch.
Did he reluctantly take it?
Yeah, reluctantly. He said, well, I'll probably just throw him away, Tom.
Yeah, well, yeah, right down his gullet is where he threw him. Jesus Christ.
The guy can drink. I've never hung out with him outside of work.
Well, I don't know. That's very loosely that term, the guy can drink. We'll just say.
You're just not ready to give him that award?
Yeah, he may have drank. I don't know if the guy can drink.
You're saying he's a lightweight.
Could be.
I love that. Rudy's not ready to give him a title.
Not yet.
We will start with Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson was our bus driver yesterday. Just a very nice man. At the end of it, we took a picture together.
Oh, cool.
And while we're taking the picture together, he goes, you know what? The only one left in your family I haven't driven is Catherine. I've given Alex a ride on the bus when she was at maybe it was, I don't know, some wedding she was in the last year or so.
Oh, wow.
So what's that called?
A bachelorette?
There's a bachelorette. Yeah, bachelorette. Is it
or
still
a bridal
called that?
shower. Yeah, they do all sorts of combos.
It's the party where they go around and drink like fish.
Oh, that's bachelorette party for sure.
Can we change that to from drink like fish to drink like Hutch? Can we change it?
Well, Rudy's not ready.
No.
Rudy's not okay with that.
Goes, no.
Rudy thinks Hutch is a lightweight, and he wants him to know. And Hutch listens, by the way. So Hutch, you go ahead and you message me.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely not up right now. There is not a chance he is up right now.
But it's so funny because he's the one who came up to me in front of a big group saying, Brittany hates all fat people. Like, yeah.
Well, he's not wrong about that.
Okay, that's not true.
I will give him credit for that one.
And then, so you go on the boat. How long were you guys on the boat for?
Okay, well, let me finish this part first, and we'll get to how long we're on the boat for.
Deal.
Dave Johnson, I wanted to thank him because he was a terrific driver and a very, very nice guy, just a big listener, the whole shoot match. So that was very nice.
Cool.
Now, what was your question?
I asked, and then you guys got there around 2, and how long was the boat ride?
About 3 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe?
2.5, I think, yeah. So we were on there at 2. I think she pushed off about 2:07. We were back by 4:30. So about a little under 2.5 hours.
You guys
right
had
there.
Full meal?
They did. I don't eat buffet stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a big buffet guy.
And you met a lot of people, and you had fun.
I'm telling you something, and I'm not kidding you, not one prick in the whole bunch. Everybody was very, very pleasant.
Yeah.
Got a chance to talk to, like I said, Stacy and Hutch were sitting next to me on the boat, so the whole 45 minutes getting there, I talked to them. They couldn't be nicer.
They're so lovely.
They are, both of them very, very nice. And I get there, spend some time with some sales department people who, again, could not be nicer. I got to meet Crisco. I told him, I've never heard one negative thing about you from anybody ever. He's been in the market for like 20 years, he said. But what a nice man he is. Just a real genuine guy, very, very smart guy. And, of course, everybody else from the one guy was from the show. I could never remember that other guy's name on that morning show.
Ryan,
is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. I
don't know his name. I've never met. Oh, no, I did meet him. I did meet him at Chanhassen Dinner Theater once.
Oh, yeah, right. So he wasn't there, though, was he, last night?
No, he doesn't come to those things.
Oh, he doesn't? Oh,
Jesus, no. Are you kidding me? Shaking hands and talking to people? That is not that guy's M.O.
Oh, somebody likes Ryan a lot. Jesus, Halloween.
I know.
Would you shut the door so the poison stays in there?
No, because even when I sat down last night, there was a higher up who went, Oh, hey, can anybody run downstairs and grab Ryan? Oh, that's right. He's not on the boat because he doesn't come to these things.
I wonder why you wouldn't do that, though.
Oh, but like even the guys from the Half-Ass Morning Show, they were great, but they never came to any of the
they didn't
functions.
either?
No, they never
No.
came and hung. No, because they're morning show people. They're far too good to hang out with the commoners.
Also, the hours. Like,
It's a Friday.
okay,
I mean, you know what I mean?
all right.
Like,
yeah, no, I
yeah,
know. I
yeah.
know. I have usually go to all of those things, but yeah.
But you didn't yesterday for no reason.
For no reason. It's first off, I did find out both my dogs
She's
officially
making up stuff as she goes
do
along.
have
I have
anaplasmosis.
Let's see, is it a dog?
Okay.
I have a dog.
Both of them do have anaplasmosis. So if you
What does
have
that
a
mean?
dog right now, it's a form of Lyme disease,
Oh, Jesus.
which is not by any means. I caught it before there was any symptoms.
Glad
But
to
that's
hear it.
what Jude had was Lyme disease, and he
Yep.
started showing symptoms.
Yep.
It is so bad this year. Ticks are so bad, and mosquitoes are so bad. So they're saying make sure you're giving your the preventatives for both ticks and heartworm, because heartworm spread by mosquitoes. Anyway, so I had that appointment, but I had FOMO.
That was at 11 o'clock, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so the boat didn't leave
With
till
two
like,
dogs?
like 2:30. Yeah, no.
In North Minneapolis
You know,
with two dogs, I
You
didn't
do
get
go to
home.
you do go to the right clinic. I love that
I
clinic.
love Broadway. Broadway
it
vets.
is
I actually don't even want. Oh, I wish I could take it out because I don't want other people to know about it.
So you can't get in anymore?
I feel like because I can barely get in right now.
Okay, yeah, Catherine told you about that, didn't she?
Yes, Catherine gave me the hookup on that vet center, and I love it there.
When I was a boy at St. Anne's School, 7th and 8th grade, my friends Guy and Greg Laurent lived in that house right across the street from that clinic. So I cannot tell you how much time I've spent around that area. Jesus. Constantly for years and years and years and years. Used to go, there was a Dairy Queen there. It's still a Dairy Queen building, but is there anything in it now?
That's so funny you said that because I actually went to Dairy Queen in Robbinsdale
Oh, did
after
you?
the appointment because we were talking about
Yeah, baby.
Dairy Queen. So I almost sent you guys a picture, but I was like, oh, they're on the boat. Like at that point, it was like noon. So I was like, or one. I was gonna send you guys a picture of me eating Dairy Queen, and I was like, no, they might be on the boat still. But
See?
I went and got They still had a cherry. They quit selling cherry dip, but this place still had cherry dip.
Oh, really?
Cones, yeah, over in Robbinsdale, and it was one of those ones that you can't drive through. You have to walk up to. So,
This is no drive up at all.
no.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's smaller.
It's tiny,
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
It's
I know
not
that
that
one.
far from that big old hospital, North Hospital.
North Memorial?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Then they rebranded, and it's beautiful looking.
I know. Well, spent a little money on that building. I just wish people in the medical industry would make some money. You know what I mean?
And not only their building,
Jesus Christ.
I know, not only their building, Tom, their helicopter had just landed.
I know.
It's matching, it's pristine. I was like, dang, I see you, North.
Yeah, gold-plated props up there. You're like,
Sure.
it's a little overkill there in North Memorial.
Honest to God, and that guy, I wish I knew the guy's name out in California, was going on and on about how important transgender surgery was. We got to do this. It's very, very important. You know how much money we make from that? It's like, why would you throw that in at the end?
I was thinking about
Jesus.
I was thinking about that yesterday because you'd mentioned that. Maybe it was his way of being like, it's only pluses. Here's another add-on.
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, I do not think so.
Why do I want to find the benefit give the people the benefit of the doubt? What is in my brain?
Because you lie to yourself constantly.
It was I lie to myself
That's
constantly.
what it is, absolutely. No question about it. I got to ask, because I don't see anything, I am assuming they never did find the submarine or whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything. I looked at it this morning. They said 7 a.m. Eastern time was when their life support, in theory, would be run out.
It's an hour and 10 minutes ago.
And I watched some brutal. I watched some brutal articles about people are like, well, who should pay for this rescue
what?
mission?
Oh,
all this
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And yeah, I get that makes sense, but it's like, let's try to find them first, and then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
then we can figure out the bill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure anyone down there would give all of their money to be back up. Like, people got cynical quick about that one.
Like, what do you mean? They were.
Like people, I don't know, man. I'm a little bit on the sensitive side when it comes to stuff, but people were, of course, first thing to say, made fun of people for doing it, and then, well, how much money is the rescue? All this stuff, and I was like, let's just let's just use our resources and try to get them, and then we can.
You know what I love about that? They can take all of our billions of dollars in tax money they don't need and piss it away, but nobody ever bitches about that.
I know.
Use this to try to help somebody. All of a sudden, what a horrible idea to help somebody.
I know.
People, you got to turn the corner, man.
I get it, right? Like, it's easy. They're easy targets to make fun of, people spending that much money to do something death-defying. But it's like, at the end of the day, God, I don't know. I feel like I just keep thinking about what it would be like down there. And then having like mini panic attack and then living my life.
I lied to myself. I didn't know what I was lying to myself, but I lied to myself and I said, well, the good thing about it is, as the oxygen depleted, they probably just fell asleep. And Andy said, oh, no. No, they did not fall asleep. They were in agony.
Really?
Like, great. Because you're expelling all that crap out of your mouth.
CO2, yeah.
You start inhaling that CO2 and it's painful. And
My husband lied to me too then.
Yeah.
Because he goes,
Yeah, what are you doing, Tom? Like, if you see her just come off her rocker just now, like, listen, they all just went to sleep.
Yeah,
that's what he
They
said.
just went to sleep.
Last night when we were talking about
Yeah,
it.
they closed their eyes. They just dreamt away, and now they're dead. It's okay.
He
it's
goes
fine.
to me, he said to me, yeah, they were just went to exactly what you just said. And I was like, okay, that's good. And I go, man, but that was because they were doing 30-minute intervals. They were hitting the side of it to convey where they were and what was going on.
what did it turn out to be them?
Well, I don't know. Well,
they
who
don't
knows?
know.
They think it is because it was
Yeah.
it's exactly 30-minute intervals.
Yep.
Well, let's start the show, people.
Hey, there's a well, we got to talk about it, unfortunately, because it was an hour and 10 minutes ago, and it just. But the one thing I did find out again from Andy, that highly unlikely, even though the pressure down there is immense, it's highly unlikely that the thing would have caved in on itself. But maybe it did. Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
I just so sad.
I'm just telling you this. I might head on over in that break room. You know, my friend Sean gave us all that marijuana. I might just dig into that early on.
Start hammering it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand you don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it either, but we had to mention it because it would seem there is now zero chance they'll ever recover, which is very sad to hear. And I still don't understand, because a person has worked hard enough or were lucky enough to inherit some money, that it's okay to say, oh, they were rich, that's different. It's like, what? What does that have to do with somebody dying by being, crushed to death, basically, by their own exhalations? Why is it, it's easy to make fun of that? No, it's not. They're still human, right?
That's what I'm
Weird.
I'm telling you, I'm the worst.
You are the worst.
I get really emotional about all that stuff, and
I do too.
and as soon as you start imagining what it would be like, I don't know how. And again, like, we get it. They paid money to go down there. There's risks people took, but still, I just had this feeling we were gonna find them. Like, it's like when those
You're hoping, yeah.
kiddos were stuck in that cave. Every morning I would wake up and look, and it was such a good feeling when they got those kiddos out of remember that cave that, like, they went in, that was that soccer team that was practicing, they went in that cave, and then it rained too much and they couldn't get out.
Yep.
And they got them all through, and how good that felt. And then I don't know why I was just
Indeed.
expecting that story to end like this, but here we are.
I think I understand, because we all want to hope that it's going to.
Yeah.
The hope part of it is a very, very big deal, very big part of that whole situation, but it's just very, very sad. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Well, Tevin Pittman was on the show yesterday and was on the family show.
Yeah.
Nope. No way I'm getting the thing. I'm getting in a vehicle the size of a ship the size of a small car. I guess it was about as big as this table.
He said, yeah, like a minivan.
Oh, God. He said, nope, I'm not going down in that. There is no way.
Until I discovered that I'm not great with small spaces anymore, I think I would have. Because I like.
Oh, you would have done it?
Yeah, I like an adventure. I feel like it is, if a bunch of people had done it, it's not like their first time doing it. I think I would have been the type that would have said, okay, like if somebody was like, free this, it's normally $250,000, but we're going to do this. I'd say, all right, let's do this. But now that I know, like ever since I had that MRI and found out that I'm terrified of that stuff,
Yeah, are you
hard
really?
pass. Hard pass.
I don't have any interest at all in going down. It's the Titanic. Good for you. I've seen video. That's good enough for me.
I think they see it on a screen anyways. Weren't you the one that said that,
yeah.
Rudy? That like they go, or maybe you didn't. They actually go down there, and it's not like they have a window. It's on a screen as well.
So what they take whatever's outside of the ship and then okay. Then almost like, why don't you just sit down, grab a bowl of popcorn, watch Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate, or what is her name, Kate Winslet?
Yep.
Yeah, and just enjoy yourself. I don't need to go to the bottom of the ocean to see that. I've seen the movie. We're good.
No, you're absolutely right. That's the route I'd like to take, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, what if you got down there and it was just Borat?
Yeah, that's it.
This is what we're doing all the way at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, this video's not live.
Yeah.
It's from last week's tour. So just enjoy and know that you are among. It's going to be wild when they find that contraption, if they ever do.
I don't think they will, though. It'll sink to the bottom.
It'll
sink to the bottom, and I guess the pressure down there is immense. So I don't know. Well, hopefully they will. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe they'll break free. If it is caught on something on the Titanic, I suppose it could break free eventually, if that's what happened.
I'm going to go get high.
I thought you were high now.
Brought to you by Crested River, marijuana products that I'm going to dig into.
I thought you were high already because you turned to me and said, "Hey, Catman, why don't you do the weather?"
Catman, do the weather, bro.
Oh, man. Hey, bro.
Lay it on us.
Jesus, Palomino, sunny with a high of 92 again today. It's a little toasty for the second day of summer. Or is it the third day of summer? What day is it?
It's the second
Second,
day.
I
I think
believe, yeah.
yesterday was our summer solstice.
It was. Oh, yeah, it's June 22nd. You're absolutely right. In any case, sunny with a high near 92, partly cloudy, a low around 71 tonight. 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 p.m. tomorrow. Mostly sunny after that with a high near 91. And then they're saying there's going to be some showers and thunderstorms Saturday and Sunday, so I'm not even going to mention that. Piss on that. Sunny and 71 now, sunny with a high near 92 later on today. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll also take a break right now. Be right back. A little Kristyn Burtt coming up. A lot of great stuff coming up this morning on the show.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show.
I've been telling you for a couple of months now how happy I am with the mnfatloss.com program. Really has been easy and effective. I've lost 27 pounds. It just really hadn't been that hard either. I eat great food. I don't feel hungry. I have plenty of energy and enjoy this fantastic spring weather we're having. And I'm going into summer looking and feeling great. Right now, mnfatloss.com is offering an exciting summer special, $200 off now through July 30th. But really, don't wait until the whole summer goes by to get this program started. Go to mnfatloss.com for details on this special offer. If you want to find out the secret to losing 20 to 30 pounds in just 8 weeks, just like I'm doing, and save $200 on the program, schedule your free consultation, save $200, go to mnfatloss.com. That's mnfatloss.com. Of course, results may vary, and always be sure to tell the team at mnfatloss.com that Tom Barnard sent you.
Do you ever Google yourself? Are you happy with what you find? Or is it cringy? Are you a business owner or on your company's marketing team? How do you feel when you Google your own place? What do you see? A non-updated social media page you don't even remember making? Ads for your competitors? Hubbard Interactive can help. They're a Google Premier partner, so they can use search engine optimization to get your click results higher. They've got a photo and video department to make your business look sharp, plus social media, influencer marketing, podcasting, and more. All the things that will make you a lot happier next time you Google yourself. Here's a Google search that you'll find rewarding. Hubbard Interactive. You can see all the marketing tools they've used on hundreds of successful businesses, including an extensive gallery of the great work they could help your venture with. HubbardInteractive.com. Building campaigns that connect.
Right now, MyPillow has a massive closeout sale happening on their all-season slippers. Listeners continually make My Slippers the #1 selling MyPillow product, and I have a feeling you'll want to stock up now when you hear this offer. When you use my promo code TOM, you'll get the all-season slippers for $25, regularly $149.98. That's over $120 in savings. Limited to 10 pairs at checkout. These will sell out, trust me. My slippers have an exclusive 4-layer design that you won't find in any other slipper. The patented layers make these slippers ultra comfortable and extremely durable. They help relieve stress on your feet, and you can wear them anytime, anywhere. They also come in a ton of additional sizes and all new colors. Just go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio podcast square to grab a pair of the all-season slippers for $25. Regularly priced at $149.98. Limited to 10 pairs at checkout. Enter promo code TOM for this incredible offer. These won't last long, so please order now.
When you need someone to listen, a lawyer you know and trust.
If you've never been in an auto accident, it's hard to know what to expect from the insurance adjuster. Here are some tips. 1, if they talk to you about whether or not you should hire a lawyer, it's a good sign that you probably should. 2, it's illegal for them to give you any legal advice. They aren't lawyers, and they aren't licensed to practice law. 3, if they tell you that everyone involved in the accident is at fault, they're wrong. This comes from the belief that you're at fault for just being on the road. That's nonsense and not supported by any law. Finally, remember that friendly adjusters are often just gaining information. They want you to do most of the talking so they can file their report. I'm Mike Bryant from Bradshaw & Bryant. I hope you're never injured in a collision. But if you are, don't sign anything until you've talked to us.
Find Bradshaw & Bryant, personal injury attorneys at minnesotapersonalinjury.com.
Seeking justice for the injured. Bradshaw and Bryant.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Little news, little information, great stuff coming up. I hate the brain, the human brain. It sucks.
It's not great sometimes.
And here's why I hate it right now, because I just ran down to the potty.
Congratulations.
And the hallways here at this building are about 4.5 to 5 feet wide.
Yeah.
So as I'm walking down the hallway, I thought, what if I could only go about 10 more feet?
Okay, we're done
Because
with this
that's about as
conversation.
wide as that thing was. The whole way walking back, I went, these walls seem like they're getting closer. Just thinking about that. It's just, oh, God.
That's actually the construction going on right now, Tom. We hate to tell you that they are bringing the walls in a little closer.
Uh-oh.
That's why we're hearing it every day.
It's going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. But the part that I finally got, I thank God I was walking through the door and thinking about this, but I couldn't even stand up to walk through this hall. Ugh, I would hate that. Mm-hmm. So God bless you. If there is a God, I hope God blesses you. That's all I'm saying. There's a greater good, don't you think? Will we agree on a greater good?
Let's agree on a greater good. Let's talk about Taylor Swift weekend, shall we?
No, we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift.
I need something to upper.
Okay, how about if we talk about 5 things your neighbors hate?
Okay.
And the reason I bring that up, of course, is because you will not let go of that werewolf. There's no question.
It's gone.
No, is it?
It's gone. No. I mean, like, that's the story's gone.
Oh, the story's gone, but they didn't.
She's keeping that up forever. Ever that article ran, you know her.
But I mean, nobody destroyed it or anything.
Oh no.
Okay,
I'll keep us updated till the end of time about the werewolf.
Well, I'm glad to hear that to the end of time. 5 things neighbors hate. Here are 5 classic things that neighbors hate. Can you relate to this, or are you a culprit? We're going to find out if you're a culprit.
All right.
Okay.
I might be.
Someone posted 5 of the most annoying habits neighbors have, so we'll go 5 to 1. Loud dogs. Well, your dogs aren't loud, though.
No, mine are very quiet. We've got a loud dog in the neighborhood, and
yeah.
Since I acquire a lot of dogs, like I watch a bunch of people's dogs and stuff, I'm always scared people are going to assume it's me. But no, they chill.
No, your dogs don't bark at all.
No, they're pretty chill.
Obviously, dogs are going to bark. Just be considerate about it. Like if they're annoying you by barking inside, don't send them outside to bark all day instead. Yeah, that would not be nice to your neighbors. Mm-hmm. Hey, you go outside and bark.
I know.
Poorly positioned floodlights. Make sure that motion-activated light on your garage isn't blasting straight in your neighbor's bedroom. Well, why would you do that anyway?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people think about things like that.
I've never had those. Have you ever had them?
No, we don't have them.
No, we don't either. The motion-detecting lights and all that. So what were you saying? Did people get what about that?
I don't think people think about that because even like I sometimes will turn my lights off if I'm leaving super early or coming in super late in the cul-de-sac because I don't want to like flash my lights.
Right.
Because I know where like my neighbor's, like Josie's bedroom is. So I don't want to but I don't think people always think about that, like where their lights are shooting out.
Well, I mean, if it's anchored to your house, that'd be not that hard to move it.
No, just angle it down.
Angle it down. So I don't know. There's really no excuse for that.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I agree.
Big bonfires and fire pits. Just make sure you pick a good spot and consider the direction of the wind first. Your neighborhood might also have rules about fires. Well, why would you build a fire pit without checking to see if you could build a fire pit?
You'd be amazed at what homeowners do
Really?
and don't check.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that actually is the most profound thing you've said in a while because that is so accurate.
We had 2 fire pits. We don't have a fire pit now, but oh yes, we do actually. Got one of those stand-up ones.
Oh yeah.
We got one of those stand-up ones. That's good. But we had one in the ground out in Dayton and another one in the ground in Golden Valley. We love sitting around. I mean, late fall night sitting around the old fire. That was wonderful. It's pretty amazing. So be careful. Yeah, you can have the wind. Yeah, it's pull your curtains because we're going to have smoke blowing right at your house. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Parties or backyard barbecues that go too late, it's best to let your neighbors know if you're throwing a party. Have a specific end time in mind, and stick to it, or at least take the party inside when that time hits. I mean, so the backyard party is because of the noise of the people.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine after dark you probably would calm down, wouldn't you?
10 o'clock, I feel like.
Yeah,
is
there you go.
The perfect
Yep.
time. 10 o'clock. Yep.
Just calm down at 10 o'clock and everything will be good. We'll be good to go. Number one, though, is mowing the lawn at odd hours. Yeah, don't mow your lawn at 3 o'clock in the morning. That'd be good.
I like it's got to be like 9 a.m., right? What's the line? Because Justin always lives by it.
Here we go.
What time?
Okay, you said 9 o'clock?
I would think 9 a.m. is.
Okay. Most experts say the best times are between 8 and 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You were right in the middle there, sister.
Yes. I think it's inappropriate to be working on anything loud before 9 a.m.
Oh, see, but I come from a construction background, so you are laid out and ready to roll by 7 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
You are pounding nails. You are, it's all demo, and there's no. I always hate that when people are like, I paid these guys to come over and do my roof. Can you believe that they were at my house at 7 a.m.? I'm like, yes, I can, because
That's what they have to
because
do.
by
I
the time
know.
11 a.m. rolls around, it's going to be 97 degrees outside.
It was like 2 years ago, we had bad hail hit our neighborhood, and everyone got a free roof from insurance. So it was like every 2 weeks there was a new house, and sure enough, you can't be mad at that though, man. Those guys worked their asses off, and I can't be mad about it. But I would have to say, like, if my dream world, and now I have got no choice, I'm up. But like, my dream world would be to sleep until 9. Oh,
Yeah.
someday.
I just jotted down. Brittany was right about something. So good. I got that.
Write the date too, because
I did.
You're
I
not
put the
gonna
date
make
down,
sure you
yeah.
sign it, because you're gonna think that I wrote that.
22nd of June, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, all these things are pretty obvious. You don't want to mow. It says meaning too early or too late in the day. It's annoying and also not the best time to do it for other reasons. If you mow too early or late, the dew can make it hard on your mower and promote fungus. Most experts say the best times are mid-morning between 8 and 10 a.m. They call that Brittany time.
Oh.
Or late afternoon between 4 and 6 p.m. Midday's okay, too. The heat just makes it harder on your grass and on you. So basically the best time to do it is at 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Between 8 and 10.
Sure.
My husband's gunning for it. When we wake up with the baby at like 6 or 7, he'll be like, can I go out there yet? I go, no.
Yeah.
No, just because we're in our own personal hell doesn't mean everyone has to be.
Yeah, we're in this together. We're taking care of this baby indoors for the first couple hours of the day.
Exactly. Sit your ass down and now grab a toy, entertain her.
How do you guys feel about mowing on Sundays?
Is it not, you're not supposed to?
My brother-in-law loses his mind when neighbors are out there with the lawnmowers on Sundays. He's like, this is the day we listen to Bob Uecker on the radio, and we grill, and we drink, and that's
So,
it.
do you think he has a sense of guilt? Is he like, everybody should be relaxing right now?
Yeah.
And so do you think he's like, we've designated, like, this is my time to mentally be done and everyone else should be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because my husband literally waits. He does sections by section, so he has some to do almost every day.
7 days a week?
He loves mowing the lawn.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I know. Our life is bleak.
Yeah.
You know, I love mowing the lawn, too, because I look out the window and watch him do it once a week. It's phenomenal.
Same.
know, right?
As I go, that's my man.
I live in a community, so they do
I
that.
know.
It's part of your deal, so they cut your lawn for you.
Yeah.
It works out in the end. We might have a billionaire brawl on our hands because Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are talking about having a cage match, and there are people who think they really want to throw down. It all started because Zuckerberg's Meta is working on a new social media platform that one executive referred to as, quote, sanely run alternative to Twitter. Well, on Tuesday, Musk responded to some posts about that, saying up for a cage match if he is. And Zuckerberg responded, send me the location. Musk suggested they do it in the Octagon in Vegas. Sure, this could be all metaphorical, but a spokesperson for Meta is suggesting Zuckerberg is willing to engage in an actual physical fight. As you may know, Zuck is into jiu-jitsu these days. Whoa!
Yeah.
And
very
even won a
intimidating.
tournament recently. Yeah, who was that against his sister? As for Elon, well, he's buddies with Joe Rogan, so he's got a trainer on call. I would say this. You know how impressed I am by this?
You're so impressed.
they could each get a friend, and I'll fight all four of you if I get the money. How about that? That's fair.
I would watch them fight.
Would you really?
Yeah, nerd fight.
Those
for
two
sure.
sugar
Yeah.
tits? That'd be hideous, don't you think?
It would be hideous, but this reminds me, that's exactly how they would fight.
Flail.
Yeah.
A lot of flailing.
This reminds me of high school when like a couple of like jocks would get into it, the teachers would break it up right away.
Yeah.
But there were two guys named Andy, both equally as big as dorks, and both got into a fight with each other in the hallway, and the teachers are like, let's just see where this goes.
Let this play out.
That's cold.
Yeah, no one's going to the hospital from this fight. Like, but let's just see what happens here. We all just kind of just stood around. And, is this really happening? Nerd on nerd violence is happening?
Nerd violence.
It is nerd on. That's what this is nerd on nerd violence.
Yeah.
Absolutely it is. And I don't know why guys do that stuff. Well, I'll meet you in the ring. Oh, will you? Okay. First of all, have you ever even sparred with a boxer? You ever done that?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that because they know a lot of things that you and I don't.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
telling you.
Also exhausting. People
yeah.
underestimate how exhausting it is to fight. Like, I've done like workout boxing a bunch, and then I've had a friend who's like, okay, let's, go real quick. And they have like the mats. I can go for 15 seconds, and I'm like, I'm spent.
Yeah.
It's exhausting
Yes,
to
it
try to
can be.
fight.
There was an old UFC fighter by the name of Tank Abbott.
Oh, I remember him, yeah.
Big beard. I mean, just a brute. The percentage of your chances to win, if you could get out of the first 90 seconds, went up to like 93% because that guy would gas out. He would
run
come
out of
in,
air, yeah.
he would come in and swing as hard as he could for the
Yeah.
first 90 seconds. And if he hit you, you were dead. One of the hardest punchers in history. But if you could get through those first 90 seconds, you were probably going to win that fight because he had no gas left in the tank.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
So let me just go back one quick second because I want to ask both of you, and I'm asking you this too, okay? If you could get Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett to each put up $250 million, you'd fight all four of them, wouldn't you?
I feel like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
of course I would, but I was trying to think of what if I'd win.
I'd do it for a lot less.
Do we take them?
Just to be in there.
You're trying to undercut us now?
Yeah.
Like I don't got a chance?
Oh, he cut you right out of the deal.
Do we take them one-on-one or all at
No,
once?
all at once.
I
'Cause
don't
they'll
think
get in each other's
I don't
way.
think you guys would win.
Oh, yeah. They'd get in each other's way. It'd be horrible.
I feel like if 4 people surrounded me, no matter the size, I'd be in trouble. Unless you're like under 4, then I could take you on.
4-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'll kick them right in the chest.
Yeah, I'd kick them all real far. I'd punt those babies so far.
No, and like I
4
said,
people, that'd be so hard.
like I said, I'm not a tough guy, but I've met tough guys, and these guys are not tough guys. So there you go.
I know that I could take either one of them a one-on-one where it would be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
Elon Musk, sometimes he looks like, I know I've seen him in swimming suits and he's like, but if he decided to bulk up, he's got the shoulders to do it.
Musk does.
Yeah.
Did any one of these guys, by the way, whether it's because I know Bill Gates didn't, I know that Elon, I don't know about Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, none of these guys, it was their original idea where they made all the money, was it?
I have no idea about
I
that.
really don't know.
I'm most of them, it wasn't even their idea. They just
Yeah.
took somebody else's idea and built on it, which is great. You can build on an idea. I understand that part. But did you include the other guy who came up with the first part?
I feel like that's the basis of tech is
Yeah.
you're building off, like you're standing on the shoulders of giants because it's not like a lot of this is ever going to be somebody's sole idea.
So because you're kind of around that whole world. Do people think that Joe Rogan is a tough guy? I mean, is he any, I've never seen him fight. Does he still fight?
I don't know if he actually gets into like the ring, but I feel like he's a great commentator. I feel like the guy is skilled when it comes to martial arts.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, because he really does practice what he preaches. He's really all about, hey man, wake up every day, jump into a cold bath,
Right.
get out, put some sort of exertion on yourself for an hour a day, because then the rest of your
Yeah.
day is going to
Yep.
feel so much easier.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Yeah, I've never seen him fight. Because he did used to fight in MMA, didn't he? Or did he never?
I don't know if he ever fought or not. I've never seen
I don't know either.
the matches, but I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that get on his case, but I mean, the guy is in his upper 50s and he still looks pretty good. He definitely he gets at it every single day. He works out, he rolls out with all the BJJ guys. So, Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to fight that guy, he'd probably be pretty tough to take down. He's sturdy.
Okay, Rogan is a legitimate martial artist and has worked for UFC since UFC 12. However, he's never competed in the UFC or any mixed martial arts contest.
Oh, okay, so he never did do it. Okay.
He has competed in Taekwondo and holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and trains in a variety of martial arts. I feel like he's strong. People that love him, man, are the equivalent of how I feel about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like, people that love him, it's cult-like.
Yeah.
I might have to not come in tomorrow. She's going to be Swiftie in it up all day.
I almost took off
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
What a shock.
And then I was like, no, I should enjoy the whole day with my loved ones.
Is that what you should do?
Yeah.
Well, the two of us, being Rudy and me,
Yeah.
supported our coworkers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, while you guys supported, I'm going to lean into the Taylor Swift. I have 16 more bracelets to make,
Oh my God, you're.
but I'm
such
going
a
to
child.
commit. I'm going to bring my whole bead set
You're a
everywhere I
child.
go. I almost brought it here, and then I was like, I don't
Child.
think that's going to fly.
Yeah. You don't get distracted enough the way it is. We
Making
need you.
bracelets.
Yeah, great.
Trying to spell the word Taylor Swift while talking.
We'll bring another voter in on this. Kristyn Burtt's going to join us here. Kristyn, don't you think that we should just? I mean, what I'd like to do is just get rid of her today anway. What do you think?
Hang on 1 second.
Okay, so your mic's not on. I'm
There
sorry
we
about
go.
that.
Yeah, that's
Rudy,
okay.
my
No, we got. Now you're good.
So we finally agree with you, Kristyn, that it's time to just get rid of Brittany.
I never said to get rid of Brit.
I never said that.
Thanks, Kristen.
Never did.
But we're just talking about this whole deal that Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are now, they want to fight one another and
Did you hear about Elon Musk's big move?
no.
It's called the walrus. He said he just like lays on top of you and does nothing.
But he's not big enough to pin you down.
Not, I know. Right now, I don't think he is. I think he's gone through weight fluctuations. I think he's on.
Oh, he
his
has?
thinner
Oh, I
side
didn't know
right
that.
now. Yeah, but he's on his thinner side. I think right now. So,
So who do you think would win, Zuckerberg or Musk?
Zuckerberg's into jujitsu, so he does competitions and things like that. So maybe I'm gonna put my money on Zuckerberg.
You know
I
that
don't, I don't feel like Elon Musk works out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're
I
saying.
think he's doing Manjaro or Ozempic or something. Because I'm pretty sure he talked about that. So,
Ozempic. That's a big
Yep.
weight loss deal, is it?
yeah.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what the
I
situation is.
feel like
with it.
Zuckerberg's scrappy.
Yeah, I could see that maybe, but I did read an article by coincidence, I guess, only a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember where the article was. You can find it, I'm sure. But all of those judo and jiu-jitsu and all those classes around the world and all the rest of it, about 5% of the people learn to actually how to do it, and the other 95% it does nothing for them. Isn't that amazing?
Zuckerberg has a jujitsu teacher come to his house and does
Yeah.
nothing.
He does remind me of like that cousin that comes to visit and is like, "Don't mess with me, I know jujitsu," and we're like, "Shut up."
Exactly.
He does actual competitions though. Like that is like his passion.
Oh.
You know, when you're a billionaire, you've got to find your passion because you've got all this time and all this money. That is Mark Zuckerberg's passion, reportedly.
I got to be honest with you. If I had as much money as he does, you'd never hear my name again. Goodbye.
I'd be retired and on a beach, sleeping
yeah.
somewhere in a hammock with a pina colada.
I get some, facial alterations so nobody could recognize. Well, they wouldn't anyway. So what's the difference? But yeah, if I had that much money, I am not going to go on social media and go, I'm going to fight another billionaire. Oh God,
It is
whatever.
just
Isn't that
so
stupid?
stupid.
It really is stupid.
No, but between like this and the really sad situation with the submersible, it's like what
I
billionaires
know.
are struggling with,
I
like what
know.
to do with all their time and money. That's what it's really,
Oh,
making me realize.
I think you're right. That I still cannot believe Catwoman. Did you see the final numbers on Catwoman? That woman she got divorced like 25 years ago, got $4 billion in the settlement, and she's broke. How the hell do you spend $4 billion?
Ask people that win Powerball and then are broke within 2 or 3 years. People
Jesus. What are you buying?
handle it.
Hey, listen, I've only got $4 billion on me, so what can I buy for that?
I don't think it's always them spending it. I think it's a lot of leeches in their life.
Oh,
that they're like,
sure.
oh, can you
Oh,
buy me
yeah.
a house? Can you buy me a car? And then all of a sudden they have an entourage and they think it's fun to kind of roll with that. And before you know it, your money is all gone. And we've even seen that with celebrities who've earned fortunes and lost fortunes.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that whole thing because if people find out that you're doing well in life, making a little money or whatever, they are going to try to get it from you. It's sad to say, but so many people, it's just money, 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 and it's all they care about.
Tiffany Haddish just told a story the other day. That a friend of hers came to her and was like, "Hey, Tiffany, I'm kind of like on hard times. You know, can you borrow me some money?" And Tiffany's like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like, well, what do you need? And she goes, $40,000.
No problem.
And Tiffany's like, "I'm sorry, you need what?" And she goes, "Well, $40,000 would probably cover it." And Tiffany goes, "I can't give you $40,000." And her friend said, "Well, a real friend would give me the money." And Tiffany said, "A real friend wouldn't ask for it."
Ooh.
And I would say a real friend doesn't say things like "borrow me $1."
Yeah, just give it to me. We know we ain't paying you back.
No,
You're
it's
saying
lend to me.
lend. I
It's
knew you were
lend,
gonna
not
get
borrow.
hyper focused on that.
I
like-
hate it when people say "borrow me $1." That's a Minnesota
I've never
thing.
heard that before.
That's a Minnesota thing.
Oh, okay.
It
I
is,
was like,
yeah,
I've never
absolutely.
heard that.
Because there are certain words in German, I think, is where most of that comes from, that mean, I guess, 3 different things. If you know, like, so borrow and lend is the same thing. I think it's in German. I'm not sure. So because it's the same thing, they would cross over and just go borrow me $1. That's where that came from.
Yeah, borrow means I intend to pay you back but never will. Lend means the bank gave you money and they'll take your fingers if you don't pay for
That's
it.
correct.
Yeah.
Your hand is now
I'm that
missing.
weird friend. If you lend me $1, I will like Venmo you $1. I feel
Absolutely.
so bad taking
Yep.
money, even if it's literally $1. I can't. Like it keeps me up at night. Honestly.
I would agree with you on that one. I got to run something by you here. I can't remember the name of the damn show now, but the guy from The Office, the nerd, Rainn Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a new show where he's traveling around the world, and the first episode takes place in Iceland. It's really good. He just goes around and meets the people and talks about the climate there and the good things about Iceland. Apparently, it's like a 10-part series or something. We just watched the first one last night. Well, I like him anyway. I think he's terrific. He was great on The Office. There's no doubt about that. And then we talked about Backstrom, I think, yesterday. He was really good in that role for 1 year, too. But, yeah, I can't remember something around Rainn Wilson Discovers the World. I don't remember the name of the show. It's really good, though. It's very good. Iceland, I've never been there. Catherine and Alex have both been there a couple of times. But I guess you have a little trouble finding some heat over there most of the time.
Don't just go to the hot springs.
Yeah, you go. There's tons of hot springs.
Yeah.
Tons and
there's
tons
one
of-
like right by the airport. You can literally like land,
Really?
hop on a bus. Yeah, hop on a bus, even with your suitcase. Like throw it in a locker, and then you're in the hot springs within 30 minutes of landing. It's amazing.
So have you done this?
I haven't. It is on my bucket list, and I
Okay.
I keep seeing it on TikTok because for whatever reason I'm in like Iceland TikTok, and I'm like, I just think I should just go and do it. And you can go see the Northern Lights depending on what time of year you're there, and it looks amazing.
Don't they have like volcano eruptions about once a month? You got a lot of volcanoes on that island, don't they? I think.
I don't know. I don't know how frequent they are. When I went to Costa Rica, I was hoping to see the volcanic eruption, and that didn't happen.
Remember, you had to say the name of the last volcanic eruption in Iceland. The guy came on and said, and you literally pronounce it with a lateral S. You literally pronounce it Eyjafjallajökull. That was the name. Eyjafjallajökull. That's how you.
Eyjafjallajökull.
Yeah, you got to go at the end. Exactly. It's true. But yeah, I guess you remember that, don't you? You remember Eyjafjallajökull, don't you? It erupted
I
about,
don't.
5-10 years ago, something like that?
And exactly where was it?
In Iceland.
Okay.
I remember the one, was it New Zealand? And like a lot of tourists got caught. They were on a boat.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't want to be involved in any volcanoes. I'm good with the volcano deal.
Yeah. Some people got some massive burns. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever had a major burn, but it is a long recovery.
I'd like to try to run away from a bunch of lava rolling down a hill at you. That'd be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? That'd be a real thrill.
Guess what? You can't outrun it. That's
No,
the
you
thing.
cannot. I think that's probably
I've
true,
watched enough Nat Geo documentaries on it. You can't outrun it.
But once again, I honestly do think that streaming has made television just brilliant. You can find whatever you want to watch whenever you want to watch it. I think that's fantastic. I really do.
Although it's funny, there are some nights I'm like, there's nothing on, and I have 1,000 networks. It's just that I'm picky, and I can't, like, my brain doesn't know what it wants to watch, and then I'll like start something. I'm like, nope, that's not it. Sometimes when you do have a plethora of choices, you're like, I can't even handle this right now.
But if you're not in the mood, you're not in the mood. I understand that. So that's why some nights Kath and I watch comedy, sometimes drama, sometimes documentaries. We bounce around quite a bit. Yeah, sometimes you just don't want to. I feel like laughing. I feel like drama. Yeah, it's your mood. That's fine.
Yeah, and don't forget, tonight's like a good TV night because a lot of shows have dropped. You've got, and Just Like That season 2 dropped today. The Bear season 2 dropped today. That's on Hulu, and Just Like That's on Max. And then there's a new show with Kim Cattrall on Netflix called Glamorous. So if you're into sort of that Devil Wears Prada type of situation, that will be the show for you.
One thing I've noticed about this now, because the 10-part series, and they release them either once a week or, well, that's mostly with dramas, things like that. But they release these things. But I have noticed, and it's on all sides of the coin, they start out by talking about, and then this happened, and it should have never happened, and here's why it shouldn't. And then episode 2 is they did this part, and they did this part wrong. And by the time they get to about the 4th episode, it's, their politics are so horrible, they don't agree with anything that I believe. They all get political now at the end of it. What is that?
What shows are you watching that are getting political?
It's called While the Rest of Us Die was the last one I watched. The first few episodes were just about, some things that are very scary, like the trillions of dollars the United States has, kind of stuffed away just in case we ever need to kill everybody else on the planet. I mean, it goes pretty in-depth about some scary stuff, I will tell you that. The amount of money we spend on protecting this country from nothing, basically, it's a huge stack of money. But then by the time they get to the end of it, I mean, there's some that's like, and then Joe Biden ruined it. And then the other one, and then Donald Trump ruined it. It's like, oh, God, you have to get your politics in this? Shut up. Would you hate that?
I don't watch too many political shows to keep my brain
but I didn't
sane,
know that.
Honestly,
I didn't know they were political shows. I thought we were talking about some.
Well, if you're talking about money in this country, of course it's going to turn political.
Well, that's very true.
I was like, it's you should know from the get-go, because at some point they're gonna say, the Republicans spent too much and the Democrats spent too much.
They do. You're absolutely right.
They spent it on different things, but it was all bad.
I will tell you this though: you wouldn't believe how many things that the United States has invested $1 trillion in. They got some secret like air defense systems and all that. It's pretty fascinating until they get to the political part of it. And
well, that's why we're in debt. We have all this stuff stashed in different places.
We do. We have, they showed like overhead like X-rays of land. There are places in America, there's stuff buried way the hell under. That part's kind of scary actually, because they've always talked about it and you go, yeah, whatever, that's not true. And most of that stuff I don't think is true.
It's got to be amazing when all of a sudden you step into the role of president of the United States and they're like,
oh, God,
here's all the classified documents and all the secrets.
Scare the piss out of you.
I honestly wonder, like, what aspect of like trauma, leaving, like PTSD, do you leave the White House with? Because there's got to be a lot of things on your brain that you can't tell anyone, but you have to live with. And I don't think I could live with that.
We shall take a break. Be right back after this. And Kristyn Burtt will take over the world right after this. If you know what I'm saying. Right now, MyPillow has a massive closeout sale happening on their all-season slippers. Listeners continually make My Slippers the #1 selling MyPillow product. And I have a feeling you'll want to stock up now when you hear this offer. When you use my promo code TOM, you'll get the all-season slippers for $25. They're regularly $150, well, $149.98 anyway. That's over $120 in savings, I know that. Limited to 10 pairs at checkout. These will sell out, trust me. My slippers have an exclusive 4-layer design that you won't find in any other slipper. The patented layers make these slippers ultra comfortable, extremely durable. They help release stress on your feet, and you can wear them anytime, anywhere. They also come in a ton of additional sizes, all new colors. Just go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio podcast square to grab a pair of the all-season slippers for $25, regularly priced at $149.98, limited to 10 pairs at checkout. Enter promo code TOM, T-O-M, for this incredible offer. These will not last long, so please do order now. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Corey Wisco of the Wellshire.
We're so grateful for their support and just the fact that they truly believe in what we do. They took the time to get to know us. They have faith in what we do, and it's just been a great partnership that's just always been based on success. They've always had our back every step of the way.
For more information about North American Banking Company, go to nabankco.com. That's nabankco.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The new Tom Barnard Morning Show is proud to have partners like North American Banking Company, Bradshaw and Bryant, MyPillow, and attorney and advertiser Dave Bialke.
I've been advertising on Tom Barnard shows for years. I like Tom, not just because he's a good guy, but because the ads I run on his show bring me new clients that are hurt at work and need legal help. Tommy B works for me.
Grow results for your business by partnering with the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Visit TomBarnardShow.com, keyword partner.
Ready, set, summer. Hi, this is Judd Zulgad, and summer is here. Whether you're heading to the beach, the ballpark, or a barbecue, summer is more fun when you are feeling your best. Let Livia Weight Control Centers help you make the most of our beautiful summer days. Join Livia's doctor-recommended program today and get 8 weeks free. That's right, 8 weeks for free. Imagine this, losing up to 20 pounds or more in your first 8 weeks. It is possible. I lost 40 pounds a couple of years ago with Livia, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a program that works not just because they're going to help you shed that excess weight, not just because they're going to help you feel great then, but because their dietitians and nutritionists at Livia are going to help you keep the weight off. And that's the battle we all fight, right? Well, Livia has the answer for you. Summertime is here, and Livia wants you to make the most of it. Call 855-GO-LIVIA or visit livia.com. That's LIVEA.com. Join today and again get 8 weeks free. It's this simple. Call 855-GO-LIVIA or visit livia.com. Livia voted Minnesota's best weight loss program 2 years in a row.
I was so happy last night because Lamy Daniels was on the boat, and I put her in a chokehold. It was fantastic.
What is wrong with
I snuck up behind her and put her in a headlock.
Let's not do that.
Why
Let's
not?
not try and attack our
HR calling.
I did not throw her off the boat. I could have thrown her in the river, but I didn't.
I love her.
Oh, Amy's the greatest. Oh, God, I just said that on the air. I'm sorry. I meant she's the worst I've ever met.
She's the worst.
She's the worst, man. In any case, Kristyn Burtt with us this morning, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of great stuff coming up this morning on the show, as a matter of fact. A lot of good guests and all the rest of it. But, yeah, we're just talking about some programming, and there's always something to find. Yeah, and I do understand what you're saying. It's like, I don't know, there's nothing to watch. It's like, yes, there is.
There's plenty. I mean, I have a queue a mile long. It's just sometimes because I'm a binge watcher, I want to. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like watching 4 or 5 episodes of this in a row. I have to be in the right mood. So, but there's tons of stuff going on. We will be seeing delays. That's why I'm saying, like, everyone start your queue of like what you've missed and you've been dying to watch, because the next, like, I would say August, September, October, November are going to be the months you're going to want to catch up on older shows, because we won't be getting those as many newer shows.
Right, exactly right. And plus the fact today it's going to be sunny and 92, so you might want to stay in the house and watch a show anyway.
That's hot.
It is real. It's going to be humid too. That's the other part of it. There's a little humidity involved.
That's so much warmer than us. We're just about hitting 80 right now.
Yeah. Well, you lived here. You remember those hot, sunny days when it's muggy? Whoa, it gets hot here.
So muggy. Those are the worst.
They're pretty hard
Good for your skin, but other than that, forget it.
It's all true, ladies and gentlemen. So what's the latest in your world? Everything else good?
Yeah, I think something kind of interesting for those of you that watch TCM, they had massive layoffs over the last couple of weeks.
Turner Classic Movies? Is that what that is? Okay.
Turner Classic Movies. And my husband watches that network.
Love it.
Nonstop. He loves it.
Yep.
But it got to too much. It really became concerning. I don't know why I can't talk. Became concerning that, like, Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, and Paul Thomas Anderson called the head of Warner Brothers, which is David Zaslav, and said, hey, are you canceling this? Because we need this for filmmakers. We need this for classic film. Because he basically just decimated HBO and HBO Max by combining Discovery with all of that. And they're concerned that TCM's going to go away completely and that we won't have it anymore. So supposedly TCM's going to be okay, but they took away all of the top executives, including like the programming executive. I'm like, who is going to be there to look over the content and make sure that it holds up to the integrity that we've known with TCM over the years. So it's kind of a story that's developing, but David Zaslav, especially with the writer's strike, has become like enemy number one.
Oh, really?
So this news really isn't great.
I understand that. Well, who was the host on TCM, Turner Classic Movies, for years? He was really good.
Robert Osborne.
Is that who it was?
He's no longer alive, but he was like the face of TCM for a long time.
Okay.
Now it's Ben Mankiewicz.
Yeah, they're both really good, as a matter of fact. I'm glad you brought that up because he's good too.
Yeah, Ben Mankiewicz has been on the series, I think, for about 20 years. I can't remember when Robert Osborne passed away, but he used to come to Los Angeles around Oscar time, and I worked with him several years in a row when I was doing some media stuff for the Academy. He was amazing and such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to classic film. And then TCM also does a film festival out here in Hollywood each and every year.
Who was it again that the Mankiewicz's grandfather, I remember it was. He was a big producer in Hollywood, maybe even his great-grandfather. And who the hell was a writer from Minnesota that always referred to him not as Mankiewicz, he called him Monkey Bitch.
Oh, my God.
Because he didn't like him. It was, Jesus, I can't. Oh, it was F. Scott Fitzgerald. That's exactly who it was. F. Scott Fitzgerald referred to him as Monkey Bitch.
Wow, hot.
Ben's brother, for those of you who are true crime junkies, is Josh Mankiewicz on Dateline. So they both are in the public eye and reporting on very different things.
Well, that family's always been involved in Hollywood and reporting and television and movies, all of it, right?
Yeah, we've got a long history in Hollywood.
There you have it. And then, of course, F. Scott Fitzgerald drank himself to death at 44, so somebody got paid back. What are you going to do?
But we're still reading F. Scott Fitzgerald, so there you go.
Brilliant
and how
writer.
many versions of Great Gatsby do we hear?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's one of the greatest movies of all time and one of the best written books, or at least stories I've ever seen.
They adapt it over and over again.
Yeah,
TV,
they do.
film, every few years, you're like, we've got a new adaptation of it.
It's really good. What was the name of that bar again that F. Scott Fitzgerald used to hang out at in St. Paul? The Commodore? I think it was the Commodore Bar. Yeah, it was the Commodore.
Does it still exist?
I did. I don't know if it still does now, but it did for a long time. I know that. But, yeah, your Minnesotans are pretty proud of him. There's no question about that.
That's good.
Deeply disturbed young man, however, unfortunately.
There are plenty of unhinged people in this world, past and present.
That is true.
And that sometimes they do some of the best work. That's the crazy thing. Because I think some of their manic makes them like really creatively interesting.
Yeah, I think so. It drives them.
Yeah.
I think
As
it
humans,
absolutely does.
maybe not the best, but as
Right.
artists, they're fabulous.
Got to be painful. No doubt about that. There's no question. So are they ever going to release a movie in theaters that I'm going to ever go? I don't like superhero movies, so that ain't going to happen.
I keep telling you, are you going to see Asteroid City this weekend? Because it's finally being released in your neck of the woods.
So that is not a superhero movie.
Not a superhero movie. It's Wes Anderson. Tom Hanks is in it. Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah, I'll go see
Steve
that.
Carell. That's a really good one.
If we get some time, I want to go see that this weekend. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
called
Especially if it's
Asteroid
92
City.
degrees and humid. It's a good bet.
Indeed. I understand. Yeah, I will. That cast sounds great because there are some people that don't like Tom Hanks, and I don't understand why, because I think he's terrific.
It's interesting. I think that like it's a generational thing.
Oh, really?
I really do. And I feel like Gen Z has really, especially if you go back to TikTok, you go back to what's happening on that app, they've taken a deep dive into his affair. And I think a lot of people don't love that. They're like, he's not the good guy you think he is. Like they do all of those like little deep dives because he had a fling with Jennifer Goodwin that a lot of people forget about.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had this like weird midlife crisis that didn't last that long, but he did show up like on a red carpet, and I think it was a Jennifer Goodwin project, and they're like holding hands, and everyone's like, "Where's Rita Wilson?" And they were like snuggling together and like canoodling together on the red carpet, and you're like, "Who is this person?" And Jennifer Goodwin was very young at the time, and all of a sudden he's on a month-long vacation in Greece with Rita Wilson because I think, he finally like knocked some sense into himself going like, what the heck am I doing? But yeah, it's funny. And certain people like things get like completely like washed away and you forget that part of history. But Gen Z likes to dig these things up for everyone.
I could see that. Yeah, Have they ever figured out what it is about some guys, no matter how happy they are, they still cheat on their wives? I don't understand that. What is that?
I mean, I think I'm going to say that like cheating's really, really common. I mean, and I think a
that's
lot
true,
of
yeah.
people, and listen, I'm going to be honest, and women cheat too. It's not just like men cheating on women. Wives cheat on their husbands too. But I think a lot of people don't talk about it. And if you look at your circle of friends, it's probably happened and they swept it under the rug. They dealt with it privately. They went to counseling and they've moved beyond it. I mean, I think the ones you hear about over and over again are the chronic cheaters that have had multiple mistresses, multiple affairs. But there's a lot of relationships that have had some type of cheating. And I think especially since technology's become a thing, it's easy to have an emotional affair where you just are like, you know, DMing someone. And it may never be physical, but you're telling things to somebody else that you should be telling to your spouse.
I understand. I'd say too much. You do what you want with your life. Good for you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And that's why it happens in Hollywood all the time, too. People are like, why does it happen in Hollywood? Well, guess what? You get sent away for 3 months.
Yeah.
On a set, and it becomes a little bubble. It becomes this little insular world, and you know, people develop relationships and people fall in love temporarily, and then it ends the second the movie's over.
I love that.
And sometimes spouses never find out about it. And I'll tell you, when it was a pandemic and people weren't allowed on set, like you couldn't have your family visiting you, I am sure plenty of affairs went on during those times on those quarantine sets.
I bet you're right about that. Absolutely. I didn't even think about that. That it is months at a time, isn't it?
It is. And it happens even national tours, like Broadway shows, when they go out on tour, that happens a lot because you're traveling with people for 6 months, 9 months.
Yep.
And you're in hotel rooms. Very convenient.
You're in a hotel anyway. That's true. Good point. Oh, well, what the hell? You guys do what's good for you. Good for you. Right? Whatever.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever floats your boat. But just know that there's consequences on the other side.
Yes, no question about it. Okay, so now I got a movie to go see at the theaters, which I'm happy about. Asteroid City. Yeah. I think maybe tomorrow might be a good day because I think we got something tonight, Saturday and Sunday. But I think Friday I might be able to get out there and see you with Catherine.
Do it. Get a big tub of popcorn and an icy Coke. It's going to be great.
Indeed. Sounds good to me. So, yeah, as far as streaming is concerned, we mentioned the new one with Rainn Wilson in it. But that's the thing. So much great stuff comes by. It seems like it's every week, but now you said that's going to kind of run out because the strike's going to go on.
It's slowing down. Like I have the June calendar of all of the releases, and where we used to have like Monday through Friday, something's coming out. There's now holes of like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was like, everything's being dumped here on Thursday in preparation for the weekend, you know?
Yeah.
That's why they want to release them. But we are going to see a massive slowdown. So many shows are already delayed for fall. We just heard from Taylor Sheridan that 1923 is delayed indefinitely because of the writer's strike. He's like, I can't write. I can't write. And we don't even know when the show's going to go back into production. So we're going to see a lot of that really coming down the pike.
Can you ever answer my question for me? 1883, 1923. Are they going to make a 1963?
We haven't heard yet.
That's a big year. I got to believe 1963 is next.
You know what? If I get to interview Taylor, that's going to be my first question. I'll be like, we've been pondering this for months. Is 1963 coming? Obviously, Taylor right now has finished up on the second half of the season for Yellowstone, and he spoke out about his alleged feud with Kevin Costner. And he tried to sugarcoat it, but he's like, I hope his project is good and worth it. And you're like, yeah, he's a little pissed. Because what happens is he just basically said, like, look, it cut the character short.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't able to like see it out to its fullest, but it'll still be good no matter what. But Kevin Costner, between his personal and professional life right now, things are kind of messy.
Yeah, I mean, that's his second wife, right? That he's getting divorced from now.
Yeah, Christine Baumgardner, and she's right now in their $145 million home in Carpinteria, California, and allegedly they're looking into. I have a friend who works for one of the tabloids, and they were like, did she have an affair with their house guest who also lived on the property? So that's sort of being something that's being looked into. And then, of course, they had a prenuptial agreement, and she's saying, you know what? I'm not going to agree to this prenuptial agreement. And he's like, look, I gave you $1 million to go find a home when she's living in a $145 million home. And real estate has gone up significantly since they got married 17, 19 years ago. So I'm guessing that she doesn't want to live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house in California with her 3 teenage kids. Just guessing.
I gotta be honest with you. Even if I was worth like $5 billion, I would never spend $145 million on a house. Why would you do that?
It's an estate, so it's a compound. You know what I mean? He has multiple houses.
Right.
He actually put up part of his home to fund his current project Horizon, because it's a 4-part movie and nobody wanted to invest in it, so he's betting on himself. And it's paid off for people. I mean, it paid off for him years ago when he did was it Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
It's paid off for someone like Mel Gibson, who did Passion of the Christ. So he's trying it again, and we'll see if the audience is there, because you have to remember the theater going audience is so different now.
One of my favorite signs I heard of, I've never seen it, but I've heard of it, in South Dakota along the road in which they shot Dances with Wolves and all that. There's a guy who has a donkey, and he has a sign on his fence that said, "You're now looking at the only jackass that appeared in Dances with Wolves." I thought that was pretty clever, actually.
That is a call to fame, really.
It's a call to fame right there, exactly. But thinking about that again, $145 million. And like you said, there's several houses and there's property and all that. But why? Who cares? I got a bedroom and a kitchen and a living room. I'm good.
I just always think of the staff and the upkeep.
Right.
When something like breaks in your home, you're like, I have to call the plumber. I have to call the roofer. I do not want to be calling the roofer and the plumber every single day, because I've got 5 houses on my property. Obviously, they must have a property manager and they have a house manager. I mean, but then you're also looking at always having staff. When you have staff, there's always people around. There's not really privacy, which I think is strange when you reach that ultra rich level. I'm like, when are you okay with being alone?
Yeah, it's a very good point. Now, are you guys out in Hollywood looking at this? Because I know it's a New York story, but are you looking at this whole Catwoman story where she got the divorce settlement, and in the last 22 years has pissed away $4 billion?
I haven't reported on it, but I was like, it's crazy. I mean, that's a lot of money. And you sit there and go, what do you have to show for it?
Nothing. She's broke.
Nothing. I know, but I bet she has like a nice closet of designer shoes.
Oh, yeah. I bet you're right about that. Oh, Brittany's going, yes, she does.
Yes. I hope she's a size 9. I doubt it.
7, send my way.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's so
that's
bleak.
Exactly it.
That's just rough. I feel like that's so... There's a lot of things going on with that woman who I feel very bad for, and I don't think money is the solution for her at all.
Well, that much plastic surgery, there's something akimbo in that brain.
Not great.
Not great, and not great to the cosmetic surgeons that were saying yes to her all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the always thing that makes me upset. And I understand that they're ping-ponging between several surgeons.
Yeah.
But at some point, a surgeon has to say, I can't do this. This is like... I can't, there's no way. You've gone too far. Maybe go see a therapist.
Yeah, to be good.
There's body dysmorphia in there at that point.
Also offensive to cats.
Yeah, I mean, London's completely offended.
She looks crazy.
In a kitty ball.
Is London upset over Catwoman? Oh, here comes London.
London.
Look how upset she is. She can't even deal with it.
No, she's very upset. She won't even look at me. She's staring down at the floor.
She's like, I was sleeping in a kitty ball and you woke me up.
What are you doing, you pain in the ass? I love that so much.
Bugging my cats.
God, last night Jude was taking a little nap while we were watching that Rainn Wilson show. Where do these dogs and cats come up with these noises, particularly dogs?
Yeah.
It's like he's sleeping, all of a sudden I hear this. It's like, what are you doing? What the hell is that?
Screaming. That means he's screaming.
Oh, does it mean is that true? Does it mean he's dreaming?
Yeah, one of my London, she dreams and she will talk in her sleep when she's having like vivid dreams. Yeah.
I cannot stand Kristyn.
Get her out of here.
No, yeah, because she likes my husband better. So she's obsessed with him.
That is so offensive. I'm sorry.
But she does love me because she likes our mornings together. So I do love her for that. But my boy cat is in love with me. He's obsessed with me. He stalks me from room to room. So.
Yeah, I could see that. And by the way, what you were just doing with London right there, can you imagine how good that would feel if somebody hugged you and put their chin on top of your head? God, that would feel good, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That's why in my next life, I'm coming back as a cat.
You're coming, okay.
I'm just going to like be fed and given snacks and snuggled and sleep all day. It sounds fabulous.
And who do you want to live with when you're a cat?
An owner like me, because I know how spoiled my cats are and how well taken care of they are. And now that after a pandemic and I'm now a full-time stay-at-home cat mom,
right.
I mean, they've got all the attention they need.
I could understand that, no question about it. London London does look a little upset this morning that you woke her up.
I know, she's back asleep. She's so sweet. She's a really good baby. They're both of them really good babies.
What's the name of the other cat?
I have 2 lap cats, so it's good.
Right, that is a good thing. All right, in closing, anything big we should know about coming up?
Nope, you're going to go see Asteroid City tomorrow, so I'm going to expect on Monday, I'm going to expect that report. But as I said, Hulu's got you covered with The Bear. Max has got you covered with And Just Like That season 2. If you want to hate watch it again, I hate watched it last season. It was fabulous.
What is it again? What is that again?
And Just Like That, it's the revival of Sex in the City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I won't be watching that. No, thank you.
And then if you're mad because Kim Cattrall's not a season regular on And Just Like That, just flip on over to Netflix. She's got a brand new series, Glamorous, that dropped today. So I've got you covered.
Why are those kids fighting?
Oh my God, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, and everyone's asking about it. So they're fighting in the press, but Kim believes that they wrote her character old for the third movie that they never wound up doing. That they and that she and Sarah Jessica Parker, I guess, never got along when they were filming the series, so that they started making her character like go through menopause and, have all of these things that she considered embarrassing, while all of the other women were still like chic and sexy and everything else like that. When, oddly enough, the first season of And Just Like That really kind of dove into the women getting older and kind of made them like almost too old.
Oh, okay.
I was like, women in their 50s are thriving. They're like traveling, they're looking fabulous, they're living their best lives. And so I can kind of see where Kim took issue with all of that.
Yeah.
Instead, they threw it onto all of the characters and took them in a different direction. But she will be making a small cameo in the series, but she did not film with any of the other actresses. So that was part of the stipulation. So there's no love lost between them.
It's so amazing to me. And it doesn't matter if it's Hollywood or a TV show or a radio show or what it is. People just can't get along. And I don't know, I'm the star. No, I'm the star. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and that's some of the allegations because, Kim's character Samantha was kind of the big breakout, and she alleges that, Sarah Jessica Parker was jealous and took it out by, she's an executive producer on the show and then took it out on her storyline. You know what? It's who knows? We weren't there on set. And it was 3 women against 1. That can be not a great situation, too. You feel ganged up on and you feel like you don't have support. But the crazy thing is that Kim Cattrall got Patricia Fields, who was the wardrobe designer for Sex and the City. That's who sides with her. And I was like, there's something to this story if Patricia Fields is siding with Kim. So,
is there one person on that show that was involved in the idea or helped fund it or anything like that?
Michael Patrick King is still in charge. He's the showrunner. He was there from the beginning with Sex and the City. He's there on And Just Like That. But he is also really good friends with Sarah Jessica Parker. So it seems like there's 2 camps.
Yep, that's the exact reason why I asked you, because somebody's taking sides in this, and I don't think that's a good idea. I think
a lot of feelings were hurt, and it's played out in the press. And I think it's also divided some of the fans, too.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, it's not aimed at me anyway. It's not made for guys
like
your
demographic.
It's not my demographic.
I don't know if you want to hear about all those fabulous topics they talked about back in the day.
We'll keep you in the know.
Oh, you're gonna watch her?
Oh, of course I'm gonna watch Just Like That. I gotta see where Che Diaz ends up.
Shay is unhinged.
Yeah, I hope they end up at the bottom of a pit
Oh
somewhere.
my God.
Maybe
It's the worst
maybe we
character.
should prep Tom about that scene where Sarah Jessica's in bed and Miranda and Shay are in.
Yeah.
the kitchen
It's not even
getting
that.
on.
That part didn't, obviously, I couldn't care less about that. I mean, it was a terrible scene. It was very dramatic, and Carrie is such a terrible friend. But, like, and so is Miranda at the time. But, like, I think Rudy would get a kick out of Shay Diaz they are a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And they have these comedian concerts.
Comedy
Concerts. But the whole time, this person is just grandstanding about issues. So it's like, this isn't stand-up. This isn't it was just wild. It was so painful to watch.
It's more like a political monologue than a stand-up comedy set, but they're calling it a comedy concert. And so it was just
terrible. It was painful.
Terrible. It was so bad.
So bad.
And Sada Ramirez is not a comedian by nature.
No.
There you have it. All right, both of you, calm down over Sex in the City.
I will not.
No, you will not.
And just like that, my segment's over.
All right.
Beautiful transition.
Go back to bed.
I'm going for a walk. It's nice out. I'm going to go get my steps in.
I like it. Good plan. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll take a break. Be right back a couple of seconds away from Chris Egert. Cruise the water in luxury on a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Power Lodge. Enjoy sunsets from the water, entertain the kids, and float on the lakes all summer long. It all starts at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, Power Lodge, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, Miller Marina, St. Cloud. Hundreds of pontoons in stock across all Power Lodge locations. Your summer fun begins at Brainerd's newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. You've heard it before. Brittany wants to be a Klingon.
I've been called worse.
It's true. If we buy a new pontoon, I will tell you the easiest way to have a bunch of old friends come out of the woodwork is to own a pickup truck or a pontoon. I became way more popular to friends and family when I owned a pontoon, and who doesn't want to be popular? See?
Popular.
Enjoy the best days of summer on your favorite lake in a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer. That would be the Power Lodge in Ramsey, a great spot. Miller Marine in St. Cloud is the largest Bennington dealer in the entire world, as a matter of fact. That is a fact. And my friends at the Power Lodge brought Miller into the family. Throttle therapy on land and water, powerlodge.com and millermarine.com. Oh, and tell them that Tommy sent you.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Listen live on the Tom Barnard Show app or at tombernardshow.com.
I've been telling you for a couple of months now how happy I am with the mnfatloss.com program. Really has been easy and effective. I've lost 27 pounds. It just really hadn't been that hard either. I eat great food. I don't feel hungry. I have plenty of energy and enjoy this fantastic spring weather we're having. And I'm going into summer looking and feeling great. Right now, mnfatloss.com is offering an exciting summer special, $200 off now through July 30th. But really, don't wait until the whole summer goes by to get this program started. Go to mnfatloss.com for details on this special offer. If you want to find out the secret to losing 20 to 30 pounds in just 8 weeks, just like I'm doing, and save $200 on the program, schedule your free consultation, save $200, go to mnfatloss.com. That's mnfatloss.com. Of course, results may vary, and always be sure to tell the team at mnfatloss.com that Tom Barnard sent you. You need to know a guy for your auto repairs, legal issues, banking, and more. The same goes for investment advice. You need a guy to help you be successful, someone you can trust, who gets results. Well, I got a guy for you, Josh Arnold. Josh gives you straight talk, not sugar-coated advice about your financial situation. Josh has seen it all when it comes to economic and market conditions, and Josh can make sure that your retirement objectives match your investments. Do yourself a favor and call Josh now for a no-obligation, 48-minute evaluation. You've got nothing to lose, and you'll get a different point of view for your investments. Call Josh at 952-925-5608. That is 952-925-5608. You'll be glad that you did, and tell him his guy, Tom, sent you.
Investment services offered by Josh Arnold Investment Consultant LLC, a security investment advisor. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. All investments involve risk. All comments and opinions are Josh Arnold's and do not constitute investment advice. Tom Barnard is a paid endorser.
And now time for the Chris Egert Report, which is also known as the Highway to Hell. Nice theme music you got there, pal.
It's very appropriate.
It's quite appropriate for your hellish reports.
Well, there's not too many days I'm sitting here talking about great stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Egert, news brought to you by Mr. Money Talk Josh Arnold. Call Josh for your free 48-minute financial evaluation. Chris Egert with us, ladies and gentlemen. So, well, why don't we cover the sad stuff first? Obviously, the people in the vessel are gone, correct?
I mean, it seems like it's just a formality for that to...
Yep.
I mean, and I'm sure you guys have been seeing all this reporting that's been done about it, and people who've been in the thing before, and CBS evening or CBS Sunday Morning did a piece a couple years ago, and the correspondent and the captain of the submarine were sitting there like doing an interview. And those two could barely even fit in there.
Oh, God. And there were five of them?
It looked uncomfortable with just the two of them there. And you talk about what a hellish way to meet your demise. God, there could be some miracle, but it stuck in a tube with five people, and it's horrible.
And again, Andy ruined my day yesterday because he said, well, the good news is they ran out of oxygen, so they'd probably just faint. And he goes, oh, no. That's not the way it works. You are poisoned to death by your own exhalations, and you suffer mightily. That's not good news, now is it?
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Andy.
God, yeah, Andy really doubled down on the sadness on that one, didn't he? Oh my God.
Just thinking, can you imagine being over 2 miles under the water and you can't get out and you know your history?
Well, and think about this too. And this is a weird angle, but these people spent a lot of money to do that. So... And you can look at that on one way. Well, yeah, sure, only people of privilege could do that. But they did it. They've got the money. They had the money, whatever.
Right.
Imagine how freaking guilty you're sitting there feeling as you sort of hope slips away on that. And you're like, why in God's name did I do this? Like, I really have to spend this kind of money to do something like this. What was I, who was I trying to impress? Or I don't know. I just think of all the things that might be going through people's head. And I would also assume that somebody somewhere is working on a book, a movie or some kind of thing.
Probably.
Because think of what kind of movie you could make out of that.
Yeah, there's no way I would do. I literally, really, is that what you saw? Why don't you send me some pictures? I'll take a gander. I have no interest in going some tiny submarine and going to see the Titanic. Who cares? It's too sad already.
Well, yeah, I mean, there definitely is that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I'll never know. I'll never have that kind of disposable income that would just make that something that's achievable. But I don't know. It's too bad.
You're kind of adventurous, though. What if they were like, you can have a free ticket and you can report and all this stuff to go down there?
I probably would have done it.
See, I think I would have too if I could get past the claustrophobia of it all. I think I would have said yes because you say yes to some stuff like that, right? You go on adventures and, yeah.
No, thanks.
Well, now I won't, so don't worry.
Now you're past it? Okay, good.
I'm pretty sure that whole thing ain't going to be happening too much anymore. Well, and you think about the dangers of these. This is going to have a big impact on these. Your Jeff Bezos and stuff who are trying to take tourists up into space and rocket.
Yep.
Don't tell me this isn't going to have a big impact on all that.
I did not even realize, because I don't spend a lot of time reading about the Titanic. It's too sad for me, all those thousands of people. Wasn't it like a couple of thousand people or something like that died? Most of the people are 1,100 or some damn number.
I'm not sure.
I didn't know they were that close to Newfoundland when it went under. They were very close to Newfoundland, actually. I mean, relatively.
1,500 lost their lives. There was
1,500, okay.
2,240 passengers and crew on board, and more than 1,500 lost their lives.
Man, how sad is that? And most of those people was like, what was his name? John Astor? Wasn't he one of the guys on it? The billionaire guy way back then?
I think him and his wife were on there, and I think they kind of roughly based the movie.
Yeah,
There's a scene where they're laying in their bed, and they're just
Yep.
holding hands because they were like, there's no way we're going to get on a lifeboat. So, like, they just laid in their bed and let the water pour in. The movie. Who knows what happened.
Yes, I understand that. Way, way too sad to even consider. Basically, it's... I remember Catherine one time we were lying in bed and she said, you're being such a pain in the ass, you're suffocating me. But we moved on and it was just fine after that.
Yeah, my wife says the same thing, Tom.
You're being a massive pain in the ass. I do get that about twice a week, Stop being such a pain in the ass. Yes, dear.
I love it how we're all like, no, Tom.
That couldn't be possible.
That can't be possible she said that or did that.
Yeah, they break it down, too, by class and gender.
Yeah.
The people that passed away.
Oh.
I didn't know this. Children, first class. Children, second class. 100% of both made it.
Really?
Not one child died. Women first class was about 97% made it. Women crew was about 85. Women second class was about the same. Of course, obviously, the bottom on that list, men second class. They got about 8% survival of men second class.
Steerage, baby.
Yep.
Steerage.
Power to the V, baby.
That's right. Yep.
What's power to
So
the
that
V?
would be Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie.
So remember the next time you sit and complain about the fact that you're making 75 cents on the dollar there, Britt. Remember that you and your ilk made it out of the Titanic before any guys like us did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd make it out for sure.
Take that home with you.
Yes.
I'll take, I guess, my pay cut.
You and your ilk.
It is her ilk.
We have
absolutely right.
one advantage in this world.
If you're on a boat with thousands of people, you get out first.
Yes. Score one for the Britster.
I just love that. We have one benefit in life. Yeah, life's a bitch. I know. It's just terrible.
Oh, yeah, that and we could make life.
Non-stop problems.
No big deal.
It's all true. No
Power to the
question about
V!
it. She's doing Power to the V a lot this morning, Chris, and I think it's your fault.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What else is happening in the news? We had to bring it up. It's very, very sad. It's just, Jesus.
No, for sure.
Oh, the torture must have been. And like I said, I already brought up the fact that I thought they'd just suffocate, and Andy said, nope, they'll suffer.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
what's the odds that they ever find them?
Never. They're never going to find them, I wouldn't think.
Big ocean.
Yep. Well, they covered, what, a 10,000 square mile area?
Yeah, I mean, they're all over out there, and I mean, who knows? And well, Andy seems like he's the expert on it, but if the thing were to somehow just, depressurize or something down there, nothing's left, right?
Yeah, and that's what I asked Andy. He said that's highly unlikely as well.
Okay.
And I'll admit in front of all the people around the world listening to this podcast, I should have never, ever let Andy learn how to read.
Yeah, well, listen, knowledge can be power, but I feel you. I get it.
So yes, God bless them. I hope you didn't suffer too much. I guess you can't avoid the fact they did suffer, but I hope it wasn't too much, man.
Right. Yeah, I agree. So I'm annoyed this morning.
No.
Shocked, grumpy.
Did you guys see in the paper today that the headline, Minneapolis becomes Swiftieapolis?
Swift because of Taylor Swift because of this dope.
Listen, I like me some Taylor Swift. Don't be changing the name of my city though. It's not Swiftieapolis.
Nothing wrong with Taylor Swift.
I'm with you. Trust me, even as a Swiftie, as a ride or die Swiftie who's dedicated her life to making bracelets for this concert, anytime Go-Go goes to sleep, I'm like making bracelets like crazy. I think this is also dumb. I think even Taylor Swift is like, I'm good. I feel Minneapolis is fine. Let's keep it as is.
Well, it's like no big shows ever come here before. Tom, how many shows do you think you've been to that were a bigger show than Taylor Swift?
About 75,000.
Yeah, well, one time I went to AC/DCville, to be able to go see my favorite band.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I agree. This is dumb. And I feel like by no means, the only people who are trying to benefit is Mayor Fry looking real cute with his quotes saying, this isn't a small thing, a delicate thing. And that's a name of her song. I was like,
The whole news conference had all these like references built into it.
We're not going to shake it off.
I was reading the script this morning before we went on the air, and some of those stupid things had made it into the copy, and I'm like, delete. I'm not saying that. Absolutely not.
How about MC5? You could just repeat their song. Kick out the jams, mother effer.
I would like to.
Write that into a speech.
Right into the speech.
That's definitely more my style of music. I don't know. Like, listen, I
love
get
MC5.
it. This is the same thing that irritated me during the legislative session when all these lawmakers were like trying to be cutesy, naming the Prince Highway, and like coming up with all these dumb speeches on the legislative floor. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to like shut up. Like, come on, we all get it.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, and again, I get the city of Minneapolis. They're doing a full out blitz this summer to try to convince people that downtown is safe again. Like, there's no doubt about it. Like, the mayor has held 5 different news conferences. They tried that like block party thing downtown one night that like 0 people went to. Like, I think they closed down one of the streets and like put up a bunch of, carnival stuff. I mean, they're really, really, really trying to convince people that. But to me, like in a case like this, you've got how many hundreds of thousands of people that are going to be downtown. Like, just tell me there's going to be a bunch of cops around, right?
Well, and whose fault is that, right? I mean, it's our mayors, it's our governors across. I'm not saying necessarily in this case, but I will tell you. Matter of fact, I talked to a pretty brilliant psychologist about this, and that person's not going to want me to use their name because of their response to my question. And I said, how are we going to stop this? All these shootings. Did you say, I don't know what city it was in, but about 100 little children stormed a McDonald's and destroyed it? They're like little kids. I'm talking about 8, 9, 10 years old.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was a video I saw last night. But he said, or she, it might have been a woman, I'm saying he or she, said the only way this is going to stop is if we start kicking ass again. The only way they'll stop. If they are going to take punishment for doing what they're doing, they'll stop. If you don't punish them, they'll just keep right on doing it. There's no penalty, right?
I mean, that's definitely, I think you're going to hear more and more people expressing that viewpoint as, the pendulum seems to be swinging the other way, right?
Yeah. You can't let people act like that and just let it go. Oh, it's they're having a tough time. No. Civility matters more than anything, and if it takes kicking your ass to get back to civil times, then I guess that's what we'll have to do.
Well, I just think it's thinking about if you really want people to come down there again.
I do. I want to go down there.
You want them to feel safe, and some of that is reality, and some of it's perception too, right? Like I know that it's, I don't know. So come up with Swiftieapolis and I don't know.
Swiftieapolis, baby. Although I will tell you, the one thing I still enjoy in my head every day is a couple of years, 2-3 years ago, walking down Hennepin Avenue, and there were 2 women in a fist fight, and they were both naked. Like, really? It's on Hennepin Avenue, baby.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? It's like, are you kidding me? It's by the old Federal Building, right? It was right there.
Wow. That's well, maybe that should be a new slogan. Just come downtown and who knows what you'll see.
Exactly. Come on downtown and whip out a titty. What do you think?
Not?
Good slogan.
You got to be streamlined. I like to shave my body and then go naked before I fight, just so no one can grab onto anything.
Ah, Jesus. Ouch. That sounds like it would hurt.
Like, I'm very hairy.
He got you with that one. He got you with that one. That was brilliant.
It's so weird. I don't even know what to do with you, Rudy.
It's all we could
one
ever
weird
ask
cat.
You're one weird cat, man.
Man.
That's all I've got to say, babe.
So, any other news? I was saying that any, as far as national news are concerned, it's not a whole lot. What do you think about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg wanting to get in a fist fight?
I just read that before I came in here. And then I was like, that must be BS. That must be clickbait.
God.
So I didn't actually click on it. I went past. But is that really something?
The impression I got is that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg want to have a fist fight, or they're going to martial art fight or some damn thing.
Are they both that desperate to try to build their public image?
Yes.
To do something like that?
Everybody's a tough guy until you meet a tough guy.
Well, I'm
Sonny
pretty
Barger,
sure
baby.
neither one of those two's a tough guy.
I'm positive. As a matter of fact, yeah, you don't want to fight a tough guy if you're Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. I will tell you that.
Boy, I would watch that though. Wouldn't you guys?
Oh hell yeah, I would.
You pretty excited, are you?
Yeah, I would watch that because
I would for sure watch that.
I actually like it better when people who aren't like have body parts that are registered as weapons fight. Like I like it better when I go, nobody's gonna get that hurt. Like,
yeah.
I would watch that and enjoy it for sure.
I can understand. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, watch it. Yeah, because it would be a slap fight, pretty much, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'd
No
watch
question
it.
about it.
One of them would have to, like, you'd be like, all right, people are gonna see this. If I fight like that, I'm gonna think about like Zuckerberg. Like everybody already has such a, well, both of them really, like they're just obtuse people, and you just don't think of them. I don't know. You'd think it'd be one of those things where you'd like want to come out and like really just frickin' belt the other guy. So
Yeah.
at least you'd have like the public perception would be, well, damn, look at Zuck. He's got quite the left hook.
Sure.
Then Elon Musk came out and said that the way he'd roll is he would just lay on him, right? That's what he said. He'd do the walrus, is what he called that move, which is also my go-to sex move out there. Just limp. Like, how funny would that be? Just like, because Zuckerberg claimed, he says he's doing all this jujitsu and he's got his like little fighter move, and then Elon Musk just lays on him.
Chop all you want.
Love
Keep
that.
chopping away, brother.
Just
Okay, the three of you, have you ever been knocked out?
yes,
You have been?
yes.
Anyone else?
No.
You kind of have been, Chris?
I've seen stars several times,
Okay.
but I haven't been knocked completely out where I had to get up off the ground.
I was knocked out one time, and I will never forget it, because we stood toe-to-toe. I then woke up on the ground. He knocked me out with one punch.
Yeah.
And then you know what we did after I woke up? Went in the store and got some pizza.
Yeah. Shook hands. He gave you a ride to school after?
Were you like,
Exactly. That's exactly it.
what do you even, like, how do you even come back, like, after that conversation? Like, how's the wife and kids?
I guess I should have blocked that punch instead of just getting socked in the mush. I don't even remember him throwing the punch. I do not to this day remember that.
Was it the dynamic changes forever, right? Like, he was like, what kind of pizza do you want? And you're kind of like, whatever you want. Whatever.
How about tuna? I like tuna pizza. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, it'd be wonderful. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was like, I made a mistake by going toe-to-toe with the wrong guy. I knew it. He knew it. And we just went on and ate pizza. Right?
Listen, that's very admirable.
What are you going to do?
That is the difference between men and women.
What's
Because
that?
man, if a woman were to knock out another woman, it would be years before those two ever.
That's probably true.
Yeah, a guy, you just pick him up off the ground, you dust him off, and you're like, all right, so you a pineapple and Canadian bacon guy, you a pepperoni? What are we going
Love it.
with?
Yeah, because men are so great. Everyone likes to pretend
Even keel.
that rage doesn't go somewhere. Everyone pretends, and then we go, oh, what's the most violent group of people? Men.
Yeah. Now, if you got rid of all men, doesn't matter race, doesn't matter anything. If you got rid of men between the ages of like 14 and 32, crime would drop 98%.
Yeah.
Yep, it would.
Yeah. I'm glad we're all in
question.
agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Power to the V.
How
Do we
many
like
times
put him
you-
in a? Oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, she's done her vagina deal about 15 times now.
Yeah,
What's wrong
I've
with
never,
you?
I've never heard you do that, and now you've done it like several times just in this little broadcast.
This segment is brought to you by vaginas.
See, there you go.
There you go.
That's not a very good V.
Well, I'm doing the vagina outline with my hands.
Oh
on
my
that
God,
one.
Brittany, you are a drop machine today. Thank you for.
Yeah, she really is. She really is. What are you doing with that princess phone now?
I don't
What's
know.
that?
I don't know. I just like holding it.
She's got her princess
Very
phone.
satisfied.
The bat phone.
Tell us what's going on in the news, Chris.
Oh, God.
Hey, Renfest is going to go on as scheduled. I wanted you all
What
to
is?
know that. Renaissance Festival.
What's that?
The Renfest?
Yeah.
Where everybody dresses up like
Shakopee,
dragons and
medieval
lords
times.
and
Huzzah!
yeah.
They still do that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I went to that like 40 years ago. I
Same.
think. Really?
The last time I was there was probably at least 40 years
It was
ago.
something like
and
Shakopee or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, anyway,
okay.
there's been all kinds of controversy over parking and traffic, and
Right,
people who were living
right.
nearby were getting all kinds of bent out of shape about it. And Scott County got involved, and there were even questions about whether or not they were going to have to move the facility. Yada yada yada. They all got it worked out, and Renfest will go on as scheduled. They will have a parking. They'll have a company there dedicated to just getting the parking stuff taken care of. So,
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's been years and years since I've been. I remember it was fun. I mean, I wasn't overwhelmed with how fun it was, but it was kind of interesting and fun.
Those people hook up with each other.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It is that now
I'm
that
sure.
now that is nerd on nerd violence
Yep.
on a level that we would not understand. I know people who worked at Renfest, and it like lights go down because they all like camp out there,
Oh, they do.
and it is hookup central.
Stupfest.
Yeah, with those like corset tops on.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course it.
Ye brown chicken, ye brown cow. That's
There you
right.
go.
I can see that, right? Like
Yeah.
you're getting drunk on wine all day, you get frickin' eating those
Sure.
turkey
In the,
legs.
Yeah.
in the sun.
Just like I'm feeling pretty sexed up right now. That's
We went out there one time. It was 97 degrees. I love the Renfest, but we went out there. There was a guy dressed head to toe like a ninja. All black, like a ninja. I was like, what are you doing, dude? It's not even the right era.
No, there's no rules. I wouldn't say historically accurate.
I'm going to go out there dressed as
I-
Mario and Luigi. Hey.
I remember I was dating a guy, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to date one of the mermaids," and I was like, "There's mermaids."
You ever been to Mermaid Cove? Oh, yeah.
Why would there be a mermaid at a Renaissance festival?
It's a merman, Tom.
What's a merman?
Merman.
Yeah, it's no. You walk through and there's a girl sitting on a rock with a mermaid tail. I'm telling you, man, it is really the nerdiest stuff ever. And people don't break character.
No.
When you're like, hey, by the way, my kid just fell and scraped his knee. Is there a first aid station nearby? Yee, there shall be a poxy with leeches. And you're like, dude, I need a Band-Aid.
My kid's about to piss herself. Well, where are these indoor plumbing you speak of? And you're like, come on.
We have to take a break here. Chris Egert, he was going to stay with us long, but he has to run out to Renfest to get his tickets.
listen. I'll grab them for you guys too.
Yeah, please do, will you?
And we'll carpool.
Okay,
so we'll
on your
help
way out, I have to
on
ask
the
you a question.
traffic.
I have to ask you a question. Which one of them passed away, puke or snot?
I don't remember. I just remember puke and snot though.
I liked them. I thought they were good.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I
Very
think one of
funny,
them passed away, unfortunately. All right, Pally, we will talk to you tomorrow.
Huzzah!
Okay, it's one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Egert News brought to you by Mr. Money Talk Josh Arnold. Call Josh for your free 48-minute financial evaluation. We shall take a break right here. Got a special guest coming up right after this, as a matter of fact. I've been telling you for a couple of months now. I got to make sure I'm doing this. Yes, excellent. I've been telling you for a couple of months now how happy I am with the mnfatloss.com program. Really has been easy and effective. I've lost 27 pounds. It just really hasn't been that hard either. I eat great food. I don't feel hungry. I have plenty of energy to get out and enjoy this fantastic spring weather we've been having. And I'm going into summer looking and feeling great. Right now, mnfatloss.com is offering an exciting summer special. And here it is, $200 off. Now through July 30th. But don't wait until the whole summer goes by to get this program started. Go to mnfatloss.com for details on this special offer. If you want to find out the secret to losing 20 to 30 pounds in just 8 weeks, just like I'm doing, save $200 on the program. Schedule a free consultation. Go to mnfatloss.com. That is mnfatloss.com. Of course, results may vary. And always be sure to tell them at the team there at MN Fat Loss that Tom Barnard sent you.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show. Listen live at tombarnardshow.com or on the Tom Barnard Show app.
This is Tom Barnard for Niemeyer Trailer Sales. They've been a part of Minnesota since 1965, and their name says it all. They are family. If you want to take your passion on the road and make memories camping wherever you want, no motors, but pulled trailer RVs, go to Niemeyer Trailer Sales. True story. The very best brands live at Niemeyer's. Like the latest from Rockwood by Forest River, #1 in their class, whether you want a tent trailer, expandable, travel trailer, or a fifth wheel, Niemeyer Trailer Sales has it all. Plus, they deliver on the forgotten art of customer service with personable employees, often sons and daughters of the third-generation family-owned business who simply do what they say they will do every time. Come explore their huge selection and consult with RV service pros. You will leave satisfied no matter what you are looking for. The Niemeyer family welcomes you to visit both of their locations in Albertville and Elko New Market before your next vacation. Head to NIEMEYERS.com and put your passion on the road, Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Guys, I want to let you know about acoustic wave therapy protocol provided by my new sponsor, Twin Cities Premier Health. It's a non-invasive, non-surgical, highly effective, science-based procedure that creates an increase in blood flow and helps create new blood vessels by treating the root cause of most erectile dysfunction. Unlike using a pill to create a pharmaceutically induced erection, they treat the root cause of the problem. Age-related erectile dysfunction is most commonly caused by a buildup of plaque in the arteries that supply blood to the erectile tissue. Reach out to Twin Cities Premier Health like I did, and right now receive the special offer, a free treatment and a free consultation when you book today. That is valued at $800. 952-395-4346. That's my unique phone number, 952-395-4346 for their office, or go to TwinCitiesPremierHealth.com. And please be sure to tell them that Tom Barnard sent you. Tom Barnard here. Are you ready for some throttle therapy? Cruise the water in luxury on a brand new Bennington pontoon from Power Lodge. Enjoy sunset from the water, entertain the kids, and float on the lakes all summer long. It all starts at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine of St. Cloud. Hundreds of pontoons in stock across all Power Lodge locations. Your summer fun begins at Brainerd's newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. Enjoy the best days of summer on your favorite lakes in a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge in Ramsey, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine in St. Cloud, and hundreds of Benningtons in stock across all locations. The Power Lodge is your destination before you hit the lakes this summer and cruise at sunset. Fun begins at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. Get some throttle therapy on land and water, millermarine.com and powerlodge.com, and you can tell them Tommy sent you.
Airlines rip you off. They're the biggest scam ever. They don't even try to hide it. They show you how they rip you off. That's infuriating. Because you can't call and complain like, hey, we just want you to know before you fly, we're going to rip you off. We're going to show you how to do it so you don't have any stupid questions later. They itemize it. They charge you $5 for a September 11 security fee. It's been almost 20 years since 9/11. That should come with the flight. I buy a plane ticket and you don't crash into a building. They like, nope, that cost $5 extra.
You got to spend the money. That's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Bozeman in studio. Malcolm with him as well. Acme Comedy Company tonight through Saturday. 6 years after finishing his collegiate basketball career, Division III, Whitewater College. Kevin,
are you really about to read that bio?
Yes. I'm raving about you. Okay, I won't. Never mind.
Free-spirited. Rave about me just from your heart.
Kevin is a massive pain in the ass. It says right here.
That's what I'm talking about. That feels right. That feels like I'm at home.
Yeah, well, that's right, isn't it?
Right?
Exactly
Yeah, massive pain in the ass. We're like, oh, home.
Gee, I've never had my wife. Oh, but speaking of that, by the way. Oh, Gelfand's here.
What's happening?
Malcolm
Minnesota baseball.
Malcolm threatened you. Said he's going to beat the piss out of you, Mike. What do you think?
I would just
We'll let Mike get his earphones on first before he. That mic makes a lot of noise.
You can swing. You got to swing that part down.
Turn it up. Put those back on.
I love the professionalism of this show. It works really, really well.
Doing it on the fly.
It's like, Jesus.
So let's get back to Kevin being a huge pain in the ass.
Yes, let's get back to that. Kevin Bozeman being a pain in the ass.
A huge pain in the ass.
I do have to mention one thing. There's only one thing you're a pain in the ass about, and you don't even know. There's no fault at all. But my wife's name is Catherine Brandt. KB.
She wants a KB hat.
She wants KB hat. She's
I know she
KB1.
does.
Kristyn Burtt is our Hollywood reporter. That's KB2. And now we're going to have to, if you're going to supply the hats, we cannot have you be KB3.
I mean, I'm the originator.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the KB brand, and they would be under my umbrella, so to speak, right?
Your umbrella. That's exactly right.
So they would have to fight for KB1 and KB2.
Mhm.
Obviously, being Mrs. Barnard, I mean, she would probably have to be.
She's not Mrs.
number
Barnard, though.
one.
She's Catherine Brandt. She said, no, I'm keeping my name.
Yeah, well, either way, it's a bee.
It's a bee, ain't it?
A bee's a bee.
That's
A bee's
true.
a bee's a bee's a bee's a bee.
I have a question for you.
Fire away.
Your shirt, your hat, do you have a KB on your pants, too?
No KB pants, sir.
No KB pants.
Yes.
That should be a thing.
Yeah.
That should be a thing. I want this shirt because I want to start sponsoring. Or have someone sponsor my comedy, and I promote their business. When I mean their business, I mean alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a good
Right?
thing.
It's a
Good.
smart
Yeah.
thing, right?
It is, yeah.
I'm on stage performing, drinking with 200 and 300 of my friends. Might as well let them know what I'm drinking.
What do you drink?
I'm a bourbon guy.
God, you don't want to get me anywhere near bourbon, man.
I do, actually. As soon as you
don't,
say that, that's
Kevin.
exactly what I want to do. Right now, I'm. It looks like I'm staring at you, but I'm eyeing up your liver. I want your liver. I want it.
It's pretty
and
fresh.
I want it, and I want it. I know. I want to put it in my
Really
vase
good.
of livers I've collected from my friends.
There's no question. But now I got to run something by the two of you. Malcolm's here with Kevin.
Yeah.
Mike Gelfand in studio, of course, as well. But when you guys both walked in, because you're pretty sizable guys, you're not little men or anything like that, right?
Thanks, almond milk.
Yeah, almond milk taking care of business for you. I have to ask you a question. Are either of the two of you afraid of either Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg? Because they're going to have a fist fight, apparently. Did you hear about this?
Are they?
Yes, they're going to fight. They're going to go in the ring and slug it out.
They're gonna slugging it out to them is just playing a chess match. They're just gonna actually have a chessboard out there and just play chess. I would pay to see that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I would pay to see
It's
that.
great because everybody wins.
Yeah, that's true. No matter who loses, everybody wins. You're absolutely right. Very good point.
Yeah, I would pay money to see that. It's a fight. I'm not a fighter. I have jokes.
You could
Look
handle
at
it
this
if you
smile.
want.
Does this smile look like I can
That's a
throw a
good-
punch?
that's a good smile.
I
There's
don't
no
fight,
question
man.
about it.
I don't fight.
Yeah, why would you?
But I promote violence.
And drinking. Drinking and fighting.
Drinking and violence, I definitely promote, but I just don't. I'm not violent. I'm not violent.
Yes,
I'm the guy that'll make threats, but I won't show up. Don't make me have to come over there. But I'm like, please don't make me have to come over
Did you
there.
get that from your mother?
No, my mother's violent.
She didn't say. Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't make me come over there.
Yeah, I got that from my mother.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, she actually came over. She actually came over.
She'll make the walk.
Yeah, she came over. My mother was full of bringing receipts. She was full of it.
Well, you must have been taller than her by the age of like 3.5, right? Because you were a tall man.
But I mean, I don't know how science works, but if you're tall, generally your mother's going to be a little bit taller too. How tall are you?
Well, no, because I'm a short guy and I have super short
There you
parents.
go.
But I do have friends of mine. One friend in particular, a female, is 6'4.5". Her dad is only about 6 foot, but her mom is like 5'2".
Really?
So by the time
then somebody's not the parent.
But by the time like 4th grade rolled around, she was towering over her mother.
Sometimes it's just hereditary. If you could look at brothers and sisters and siblings, if they're tall, then it's possible that they're tall. But my mother, she's 5'7".
Yeah, there you go.
5'7".
So yeah, I'm right. So by the time 4th grade rolled around, you were probably taller than her, right?
I never had a big growth spurt though. I just progressively got taller and taller. I'm only, I like to say I'm 6'5", but I might have shrunk a smidge.
I did.
I shrunk a smidge.
Me too.
Right? Who knew? Who knew?
I used to be 6'2".
Who knew that you're supposed to take yoga?
I should have taken yoga. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Now, I used to be like pretty close to 6'2", and I'm barely 6 feet tall now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
But
There's nothing wrong with that.
something about moms though is that like even if she was shorter than you, moms have tall energy. They have I'm gonna kill you energy that doesn't matter if they're 4 foot nothing. They're terrifying.
BDE is what they call that.
Yep. Moms all have BDE. That's a fact.
That's you know what that is, right?
No.
You tell them.
We've talked about it on this show.
Yeah. Remember we talked about Pete Davidson having big dick energy?
No, because I've never seen the attraction. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
You don't get the attraction of big dick energy, or you don't get the attraction
Well, no,
of
that
Pete
part.
Davidson?
Or both.
Actually, neither. You're absolutely right. I got no attraction to either one of those.
You don't even have to have a big one. You just need the energy.
Oh yeah. I mean that's
Know how to
It's
use
the
it.
energy.
You got to know how to use it. That's what
Right.
you're
It's
saying.
just no. I mean the energy.
Yes.
It's like you ever see those things where it's like oil infused? That's what you need, like big dick energy infused. But you don't actually need a big
I think
one.
you're right that moms are the original BDEs. They walk around and you're terrified of everyone's mom.
You know what? You know what rhymes with BDE? 0 for 3.
Oh, there you go.
BDE 0 for 3.
Does rhyme.
Yeah. I'm just being a little personal with that.
Sounds like a lot of Twins players lately in the lineup.
All right, now you're gonna have to leave the studio bringing up the damn. I love the
great,
Twins.
Kevin.
And
We're having a
they
great
did win
day.
last night, though. They did win last night.
Buddy, I'm a
Kevin.
White Sox fan, so.
Oh no!
Come on.
It's a disaster.
Come on. Let's just.
Where'd you grow up in South Side?
I grew up south side of Chicago. I'm suburban now, baby.
And my favorites, I think I might have told you this story before, but I'm not sure if I did. But I had a friend who lived in Chicago.
Yeah.
But he lived in one of the suburbs. He decided just before the 4th of July he wanted some fireworks. So we went to the south side.
Yeah.
And he walks up on a bunch of guys. He and his buddy are down there. And he walks up to a bunch of guys standing on the corner. And they said, "Hey, you guys know we can get some fireworks? We'd like to buy some fireworks." And the biggest guy looks at him and goes, "You got cash on you?"
Oh, my God.
Why would you tell me that you have cash in your pocket?
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You gotta go.
I grew up in the city. I'm suburban now, though. I mean,
you
as
are.
soon as I moved to the suburbs, I bought a North Face coat to let white people know I was safe.
Sure.
Just
There's nothing wrong with that.
You guys let them know, like
Signaling, yeah.
Just like, hey, relax, whiteys. I'm trying to raise a family.
Relax, Whitey. I've heard that in my life before.
Here's my badge.
Remember we were talking about bourbon?
Yeah.
That's when I hear. If I drink bourbon, I hear, "Hey, relax, Whitey."
Hey, ooh, dude, I so want to get drunk with you now. I want to unleash
Kevin.
this beast.
Oh,
No.
Kevin, it wouldn't be pretty.
Come on. Just you raging about how you used to be 6'2".
I would bitch about it nonstop.
Snapping.
That's exactly right.
I'm all
complain
for it.
nonstop.
I'm all for it.
No, I got to be honest with you. I lived in Chicago for a while over there. Remember A+, the agency, the voiceover agency down there? I was there for years on Ohio Street. But I lived down there. It was
I'm not
fun.
familiar with that, but I believe
Love
that if you
Chicago.
say it, that it existed.
It did.
Right, you wouldn't just make shit up on me, right?
I love Chicago. Absolutely love that town.
There's so many great Midwestern cities. Man.
That's true.
I love it. Like
Yep.
Minneapolis, dope. Chicago, dope. Love Milwaukee. I love all, like, they just focus. They focus on the negatives too much, but, it's like 7 blocks you shouldn't go down in Chicago.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right?
And that's pretty much any city.
And listen, a bullet motivates you. I'm not saying you should take a bunch of them. Just
one.
Just one
Just
or two
graze.
bullets.
It's fine. Yeah.
A
A stitch or two.
Just to keep you fresh,
Yeah.
keep you moving.
Gives you a different perspective.
Yeah, man.
Head on a swivel. Sure.
People, Chicago's so violent. Yeah, but have you had our deep dish pizza?
That's true.
It's worth a bullet.
That's true.
That's worth an ass whooping.
It is. I remember the first time I ever went, this is probably 1977, 78, something like that. I went to Pizzeria Uno.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me in because I was wearing shorts. They said, "We don't allow shorts in here."
Oh, just classy, huh?
Yes, classy as hell.
And now you see the people that go in a Pizzeria Uno.
Yeah, they
They're
wish
like,
they had
please wear shorts. For the love of God,
That is
put
true.
some shorts on.
Please put some shorts.
Yeah, I don't. It's for crazy. It's like we are Chicagoan. Like deep dish pizza is a touristy thing.
yeah.
Chicagoans don't eat a lot of deep dish pizza. When our friends come into town, we give them the experience. But we have our thin crust is pretty thick anyway. So I mean it's great.
Got to ask you a
That's great.
question.
Yeah.
You travel a lot.
I do.
Did you ever find a hotel better than the Peninsula in Chicago? I love that hotel. Man.
Oh, well, I stayed in a couple of nice Vegas hotels.
No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, and the Peninsula. And I actually stayed there. I actually like the Drake.
Drake's a good hotel too, yep.
The Drake.
Been around
But
for a
yeah,
while.
I mean, some places just get it. Like Acme Comedy Club. They just get it. Like I love performing at Acme because it's an A room. They treat you like you should. They treat you like we're happy to have you come in and perform in front of our audiences, as opposed to comedy clubs being like, yeah, we lucky we brought you here. I'm like, right. I'm telling you, there is more little dick energy in the comedy club system than any other place. A lot of these people have always were unfunny as comics, and then they got a job at clubs, and they treat people because they got a little bit of power. You never want people to be around people that gets power because that's how they identify themselves. Because really good people will just get power, and they just they think that's just life, right? It's just part of their process, but they don't use it as a tool to demean and bully. I mean, I'm telling you, man. That's why I love like Lewis is just like, yo, man, thanks for coming in.
Yep.
Have a good week. And then afterwards, and he stays out of your way. He's not sitting there telling you, oh, well, the crowd didn't like this joke, so maybe you shouldn't. Yeah. He doesn't try to censor you. He lets the art speak for itself. And I mean, I'm telling you, it's you take Minneapolis and you take Madison, two cities that you wouldn't think, and they have arguably the two best clubs in the country, which is to the Midwest roots that we were talking about.
No, I don't think there's any question. But well, they do say, and I don't know if it's still true, but Minnesota audiences are the best comedy audiences in America. People love coming here to do comedy.
Well, yeah, people do love to come and do comedy, but have you been to the Mall of America? Zing, zing, zing.
Malcolm didn't even like that reference. I was looking over, he didn't even like that reference.
I was like, man, come on, man. Come on, man. No, it's great. Like, I mean, I like just the Midwest comedy. I mean, even the LA and New York comics that move out there, they're always coming back to the Midwest to perform because they get the most love. Speaking of love, my new comedy album just dropped on YouTube.
Ooh, I want to hear about it.
God's Work.
God's Work. Okay.
You can tell I'm very religious.
Yes.
Obviously.
Do I come across
It just
that?
it radiates.
I only wear this hat to hide my halo.
Yeah, I assumed. I assumed so. If you could get a cross that has KB on it, then you'd be rocking that too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of blasphemous.
I'm pretty sure.
You can't just
It might
put your initials on the cross. But maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I'm the chosen one.
You are the chosen
You're the chosen
one.
one. You're the chosen one. No, it's on Helium Comedy Studios. I bring that up. It's because I shot it in Philadelphia, but most of my viewers and stuff has come from the Midwest. Like they just, it's. I mean, I don't think it's for everyone, but it resonates in the Midwest. So, yeah, I'm super excited about it.
Got to be honest with you too, and I've told every comedian that's come in recently. That 2.5 years of COVID with no comedians coming in, it sucked. I hated sitting. You sit in the studio, you're talking. We literally used to have comedians in on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
a lot of comedy clubs here and all the rest of it, and hopefully we'll get back to that again because, Kevin. We lost Louis Anderson, and we lost Gilbert Gottfried, and we lost Bob Saget. I mean, it got really bad there for a long time. So. To have you in studio now, and I've told the few people that have come in so far, it's a great thrill for me because it reminds me of why I want to do this in the first place.
Right. It's in comics. I feel like comics and talk show hosts they have a good balance. Balance each other out where you're more serious and I bring light to the bullshit that you put on these.
So you're
listeners.
basically thinking that I'm pretty serious.
No, I mean, I'm speaking in general, but we get some bourbon in you, we're going to find out who this person really is.
Oh, you don't want to
I'm
do
bringing
that.
my phone and I'm recording you.
That'd be big sales. That'd be good.
Right.
Absolutely.
Tom Barnard.
Yeah, you ever seen that Hasselhoff cheeseburger video? That's what you're going to get.
They're laying on the ground eating that cheeseburger. That's exactly right. No question about it. You know, this guy, you remind me of a guy I went to high school with.
Was he black?
No, that's why you remind me so much of him. Jesus, Palomino. His name was Ralph. He's about your size.
Ooh.
And we're walking down the hall one day, and Ralph and I were pretty good friends. But
Yeah.
Ralph, you know, we're walking down the hallway one day, and he's talking like this, dude. He never opened his mouth when he talked. He just kind of talked like this, and he goes, "Hey, Tommy, let me tell you something. You're very funny, but don't ever make fun of me." I'm like, you got it,
Whoa.
Ralph.
I'm not. Wait, and that reminds me of you?
No, he was about as big as you, is all I'm saying.
All right.
And he was black. Did I point that out?
I know.
I know.
He knew.
I figured.
I
was able to put that puzzle together.
Oh, you put it together?
That wasn't for sure. And then when you did the voice, I was like, oh, I think it's etched in stone.
Yeah, no one would be intimidated by a white guy if he did that. It'd be like, yeah, okay, fine, sure,
Yeah,
sure
whatever.
thing, guy. Yeah, you and your little dick energy.
You and your little dick energy, Ralph.
Ralph.
Nah, that's good stuff.
I actually had to go through a period where I had to learn to talk with my mouth open because I did the same. You know, you grow up around it. That's what you do. So I'd literally
mumble.
talk like this the whole
You
time.
mumble. That's what
I
you
do. I mumble a lot.
And when you talking to the girls, it's always a mumble because it's always got to be on the down low. Hey, little girl, let me.
Yes,
Pretty
very
girl, let me
good.
holler at you real quick. Come on, girl.
Let me holler at you real quick.
Is that right? That's the line. You ever hear that?
Where,
You ever hear? Let me
Yeah.
holler at you real quick.
Yeah.
why'd
Yep.
you,
Let me
why'd
just-
you take your hood off?
Hey,
I was warm now. I was freezing
Oh, you're warm
before.
now. Okay. That's what I figured.
Hey, shawty, let me holler at you real quick.
But it's usually like from afar in a situation where you're like, this doesn't work like this. Like, I had a guy, I was getting on a bus and he was yelling in his car, hey, let me holler at you. I was like, do you think buses come every 2 minutes? Like, I'm going. So it never
I gotta
seems
go.
never efficient.
Yeah, like you're gonna go. Oh, let me get off the bus and get this holler at me ride.
Let me quickly, yes, I would like to be hollered at the moment.
Yeah, holler at me ride. Let me put an air tag on this car first and make sure when I'm abducted they can find me.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me take a picture of your license real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it never seems to be all that sincere or convenient.
Well, the problem I have with it is every goddamn time you go out with Gelfand, all the women, let me holler at you. Let me holler at you. I can't even hang out with Gelfand
That's
anymore.
always
I
what
just can't do it.
Gelfand's
Mike.
yelling.
Player alert.
Let me just tell you, it's not that easy being a magnet.
I know.
People think it's all glory.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it with you, Mike. There's no question.
This is true.
The chicks are digging it, man.
They're digging it, man.
What's your pickup line? What's your go-to line?
It's like, haven't I seen you be? Oh no, I've never seen you. I'm sorry.
That's a good line. That'll
I'm
work.
so sorry. I'll
Yeah,
do
because
myself up.
that's how you do it. You have to. You attack a woman's insecurities.
Well,
and to make them be like, love me.
Once they realize that all you want is their pity, I think it breaks the ice.
Take care of it. Take care of it all, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
going to throw
Take
that
care
into
of
the
it all.
file.
What a world. That's all I have to say. So things are good. You're back on the road. Everybody's out again.
Back on the road, grinding. We have tonight's show, Thursday show, sold out. Friday
Excellent.
show, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Come through. My special is out on YouTube. It's just, it's good. I'm working. I'm traveling. I don't say no to shows.
Good.
I don't. Like, if there's a show I don't want to do, I just charge way more money than I should get. Right? Like, people, like, I was asked to do a Southern Baptist church. And it's like, we want you to come in, do the Lord's work. I was like, well, the Lord better have $15,000.
God's work.
God's work.
God's work.
You don't want to make Baptists laugh?
No, they said they told me he did have $15,000, and then I was like, then I'm in. Assalamu alaikum. This is my jam.
Yeah, that's very
I was just on
Christian.
stage. I ain't have any joke. I was just every time I say a joke, I just end it with "Look at God." Look at God.
Look at God.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Yeah.
I will say this, Kevin. When people ask me who are people that they should have their radar on, like people that they might not know, you are definitely in the mix of the names. One of the names I bring up. I'm
Thank
like, you
you.
have to see Kevin Bozeman. He is.
I appreciate it.
You're so funny. The stories are great. Your cadence, your rhythm. It is watching a master on stage. It's so good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, I'm a road dog. Like 42 weeks a year.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No vacation days, no sickness days, no 401k.
Just go.
Yeah.
But I get to drink on the job. That's a fair trade.
That's just, you're willing to make those sacrifices.
Right, I get to, right? I would take that, right? If you get to, if you were a surgeon, let's just say you're a surgeon and you get to, right before you go into surgery, you just get to take a little shot just to take the edge off. Take the edge off.
Who needs a
steady those hands a little bit.
Who needs a 401k when you're going to die of cirrhosis anyways? It doesn't matter.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
It's all perspective. But yeah, I really enjoy the craft. It's fun creating a joke and creating, you know, a response from people from just words without theatrics. Like it's a good job, and it's also great because, to your point, like I don't have I'm not like well known where I'm doing like Red Rock. Right, I'm still like a club comic, so you still got to go out and earn your laughs.
Yeah, there was Kyle Kinane just recently talked about how one day he realized, hey, I don't need to go out there and make millions of dollars because then there's so much pressure. I would much rather just make as much as a good electrician and just live my life and have people leave me alone and be an obscure.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good mindset for sure. And if it happens to get to a point where you can start doing arenas, great. But if your expectation is, I just want to be able to do this so I don't have to swing a hammer every day, that's a great way to live.
People think because they haven't heard of you that you don't do it full time.
Yeah.
So if I tell people, that's why I don't even like telling people I'm a stand-up comic, because they're like, what do you do? If I tell them I'm a comic, they go, oh, like, okay, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, what do you think I'm telling you my hobby? I got this killer baseball card collection. Like, what are you talking about? This is my this is my job. And they think because they haven't heard of you that it's not
going well.
It's not relevant, or you think that you're doing a side job. It's like, what else do you do? No, this is my job, and you know, it's all like what's considered successful. Like, I support a family and I have a job, and it's a job that I love to do, because there's people that make way more money than me that hate their job.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing worse than getting up and going to a job. I used to watch my father. He was a butcher.
Oh my God.
And every morning he would just sit at the edge of the bed, like mentally preparing for that day. And sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I think I'm just going to lay in bed. I don't have to get up.
You're like, well, it's 3 p.m. eventually.
They'll need me for another 12 hours.
You got Judd on the phone?
Judd's having computer problems right now, so we'll try to get him on after the break.
Is he having computer problems? Because did you print this?
Yes.
Judd Mackey?
I left it on there for you.
What the hell's wrong with you?
He likes to leave you Easter eggs.
I like to leave you Easter eggs now.
The wrong name.
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it and you didn't tell me either?
No, why would I?
No,
Jesus.
I've been starting to do it now just to see if Tom catches things.
Yeah. No, you
Judd
didn't.
Mackey.
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me, Judd Mackey?
You didn't know what the hell you were even
You
doing.
didn't know those two got married?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brand new. I had no idea. So we don't know if we're going to have Judd today or not.
He texted me. He was on for a second, then his computer crashed.
Can he call in because he has a spot to do?
He does not, actually. So it finds out, I know it's on the list, but it's recorded.
It's recorded, okay.
They had it as a live, but it's not. It's a recorded version.
Why do I get so, like, my head hurts by the end of the day at this goddamn
You want me
show?
to just...
yeah, we fill in.
we weren't
going to tell you the
You
product.
have to change your name
free
to...
form?
You got to change your name to Kevin Mackey.
Whatever it is.
Kevin, we're not going to tell you the product. We're just going to tell you the name of the brand, and we're going to see if you can make it broad enough to hit it.
The name of the brand, but you won't tell me what it is.
Correct,
But you'll tell me the name of the brand.
Yeah, sure.
All right. What's the name of the brand?
Can you guys stay one more segment?
Yep.
Or you got to go?
One more.
One more is good?
Yep, for sure.
Okay, so we got the recorded ad. Do you still have to intro the recorded ad?
I don't think so. No, I think we're
She
good.
doesn't? Okay. Brittany Mackey is not going to do.
Oh, now I'm married. Now we have
Everybody's Mackey.
now we
Everybody's
have
Mackey now.
big old marriage.
Indeed. We'll be right back in a couple minutes more with Kevin Bozeman. KB, I'll give you KB1 today. Catherine can back up to like KB2.
Got it.
KB3 for Kristyn Burtt.
I'll send you a couple of hats, I promise.
I'd love that. I'd love to give them each one a hat. That'd be good. I'd like that a lot.
Gotcha.
Malcolm, how you doing down there?
I'm doing great.
All right.
It was my first time on radio, so.
You're doing great, Malcolm.
Good.
You're doing great. You're
Appreciate
killing
it.
That poker face is just as solid as ever.
Looks like you're about to land a
aces
plane.
Or you got 2 man offsuit. I don't know which one. You can't read your face.
Yeah, good.
So, well, good. Oh my God.
I believe that's called check.
Yeah.
So Malcolm, so what do you do?
I do the marketing for Acme.
You do the marketing for
Yeah.
Acme. God, we were in that building forever, and then when they built that other building across the street and took away the parking lot,
Yeah.
I had to move out of the building. I love that building.
Oh, you lived right down there?
Well, we did this show from there for years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What were we on, like the 3rd floor or something like that, Mike? You remember that?
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's a great area.
Yeah.
So everybody's good over there?
Oh, yeah, great. Lewis is the same. If you know
Well,
how he is.
Let
He's
me
great.
tell you how Lewis is. Lewis comes up to the studio. I'm up on the 3rd floor in the Acme building. And he comes and goes, Tom, I got a good idea. Because at that time, a lot of people were moving out of the building. And he goes, Tom, I got a great idea. He goes, what's that? He goes, we're going to save Acme and we're going to save the building. I got a great idea. I said, what's your idea? He goes, you buy the building. Oh, okay. No problem.
He sounds like me.
His
he
great
sounds
idea
exactly
is
like
you pay for it.
You got building money.
You got building money, pal. We'll take a break. Be right back with KB1. And what's your last name, Malcolm?
Lurie.
Is it with an A?
Lurie.
Oh, Lurie.
Yeah, Lurie.
Because Allery, Allery's bar closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not
by
fair.
the XL.
Yeah, what the hell's that all about?
I don't know. That place is classic.
Allery's bar, you know how they got with that? One guy's name was Al, the other guy's name was Larry, so they came up with Allery. What do you think of that action? Anyway, we'll be right back with Malcolm and Kevin right after. Kevin, of course, is at Acme tonight, tomorrow night, and, of course, Saturday as well.
Yes, Saturday night. Tune in for Tom Kev to get more information.
We can get that done. Not a problem. We'll be right back.
This is the Tom Barnard Morning Show.
You need to know a guy for your auto repairs, legal issues, banking, and more. The same goes for investment advice. You need a guy to help you be successful, someone you can trust, who gets results. Well, I got a guy for you, Josh Arnold. Josh gives you straight talk, not sugar-coated advice about your financial situation. Josh has seen it all when it comes to economic and market conditions, and Josh can make sure that your retirement objectives match your investments. Do yourself a favor and call Josh now for a no-obligation, 48-minute evaluation. You've got nothing to lose, and you'll get a different point of view for your investments. Call Josh at 952-925-5608. That is 952-925-5608. You'll be glad that you did. And tell him his guy, Tom, sent you.
Investment services offered by Josh Arnold Investment Consultant, LLC, a security investment advisor. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. All investments involve risk. All comments and opinions are Josh Arnold's and do not constitute investment advice. Tom Barnard is a paid endorser.
There's a guy named Tom Cross who likes to do kite things. Tom takes the phrase, go fly a kite, to an extreme, and for years goes all over the country in search of great kite flying events. Lincoln City, Oregon comes to mind, with Chinook winds and 7 miles of pristine beach that draws folks from all over North America for the best kite flying conditions in the world. Tom brings a little Minnesota with him when he goes to Lincoln City in his new 2109S Rockwood Mini Light travel trailer. The new lightweights from Rockwood are very popular. Tom hauls his trailer from Niemeyer Trailer Sales in Albertville and Elko New Market, Minnesota. Niemeyer Trailer Sales is the only place Tom would prepare his next kite flight. Solar panels, exterior griddle, air conditioning are just a few of the standard features in his Rockwood by Forest River, from the place that is your ultimate RV headquarters since 1965. This is Tom Barnard. Visit my friends at Niemeyer Trailer Sales and take your passion on the road. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. Go to NIEMEYERS.com. Niemeyer Trailer Sales. There's plenty of thoughts that come into your head when you think the name Killebrew. Of course, there's the Minnesota baseball legend, Harmon, who was responsible for many a favorite memory at the old Met Stadium in Bloomington, and many a baseball that ended up in the stands and in the gloves of adoring fans from his home runs. There's Killebrew Drive, the legendary road that connects Highway 77 to the Mall of America, and a day of shopping you'll never forget. My current thoughts for the name Killebrew is fun floats in our kitchen with my kids and grandkids, a cool, refreshing break in between innings at Target or CHS Field. Or maybe a perfect sunset paired with a sweet, frothy beverage after fishing or on your favorite walleye lake. Killebrew root beer and cream soda. Grab a six-pack at a grocery or convenience store near you. I'm Tom Barnard. This spring and summer, enjoy the one Killebrew root beer and cream soda. Gluten and caffeine-free with a generous portion of delicious thrown in. Killebrew, where memories are created and legends are made. Yeah, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I just got a call that I need to call somebody back immediately. Sarah, you guys gonna have to take over. Mike, I'll be right back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, do it.
I'm doing this product promotion, and then we're bouncing, sir, because I'm gonna leave in a blaze of glory.
Okay, well, I'll come back for the blaze.
Blaze of glory.
I'll come back in a blaze. I got a call from my son. I never put off my calls from my family.
Go do it up.
Which is, I'm the opposite.
From now on, you won't be, though.
I put off all
KB1 called me. I better get right back. What do you think?
My oldest son is Kevin Bozeman Jr. Because, of course, I'm a narcissist.
Because I'm a narcissist.
How many kids you got?
3.
3. Okay, and so did you try to lean into the KB for all of them then?
No.
Because it would be clothes-wise. You have shirts, you have stuff that would be very convenient.
Yeah. Pass things down.
That's too George Foreman. It's just already been done.
Okay, so you have a Kevin.
Kevin, Jacob, and Marcus.
Oh, all boys.
I got
Yeah.
Holy, what?
Yeah.
Is the idea of having a girl scary to you, or something you guys would want?
Well, it's just out of my control.
I know, but you know how it's funny because people who are live the boy life or live the girl, like I have a girl and that's all I know is the girl life. But like you have the boy life, does the girl life kind of seem scary to you, or would you love?
Well, you know what though? So I have a 20, an 18, and a 5-year-old.
Oh my God.
And people always ask, like, why'd you have another kid? Because I looked at my other 2 kids and I was like, I can do better.
Mistakes were made.
Seriously, is this the best I can do?
Marcus is the one.
Kid. Yeah,
he's
the one.
Yeah. Is it too late in the game to switch up? Hey, Marcus and Kevin, I'm just gonna go ahead and switch your guys' name.
So what happened was, like, I was just like, I want a girl.
Yeah.
I want Daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
These 2 are clearly mama's boys. Daddy's little girl. We never found out the sex of any of them until they were born. We waited to each one.
Which is like the craziest thing, but also now, like, Rudy has me convinced that if I have another kiddo, that's the way to go, is to wait till the moment.
And so, but right before Marcus was born, it was like, hi, God. And I was just like, what am I doing? Boy, I want a boy.
Kind of panicked.
I snapped out of it.
Yeah.
I just got out of it. Like, I want a boy. I want a boy. And yeah, there it was. It would have been perfect to have a girl because they like 2 giant brothers, protecting her, right? When they're like, daddy's little girl, but oh boy.
Especially the age difference, though. I don't even think you would need a protector because you know that little 5-year-old probably has the most attitude because he's rolling with older kids.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus
he's different. He lives his life like, hey, I know I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm going to max out.
They
he
say
is full on.
They say too, and no kids are raised by the same parents. Are you guys a lot more lenient with Marcus and you were? Yeah. I'm telling
whatever you need. Cocaine, strippers, kid. Let's just whatever.
I don't
just
even,
color correctly.
I think they called it the gap kid when you have like a gap and then you have another kid that is always rolls very, very nice. Like
but
Marcus.
His older brothers are also like parents. They're hard. They're way harder on him than I am. So it works. It balances itself out.
They're like, hey, Dad, don't tell Kevin Jr. that I crashed the car. Like that's gonna be the dynamic.
Yeah, for sure. So it's good stuff. It's fun. I mean, I love my kids. They're good. They're good kids. They're good kids. 2 college kids and in kindergarten.
That's wild. That's fun though, and you're getting appreciated on a different level.
Yeah, I do. I am definitely looking at it from a different lens, and I mean, it is true. Like they keep you younger because, like now, if it was just those 2, like. What am I like? Like now, I'm still getting up, playing baseball with the kids and this and that. Otherwise, I would just,
And how can I ask how
on
old
vacation.
you are? Can I ask how old you are?
I'm
Is that
52.
52. Okay, so you're
Still, yeah,
which is-
I'm still peaking.
You are It's. I think that 5-year-old is you do not
Yeah.
seem 52. I would have never guessed that you were
No.
52.
Listen to all
It's
the
annoying.
listeners. I can do
hate
all the things that I used to do, just not as long.
And you don't have to share an Uber after it's done.
But there's subtle changes I've realized about myself, like as you get older. Like I realize now, like when I'm done peeing, I'm actually not done peeing.
You got it.
Knowledge is power.
It's more like halftime.
Yeah. Take a break.
My pee is like all the settings on a sprinkler system. Just
The gap pee as well.
No khaki pants for you, Kevin? Is that?
No, sir.
Yeah,
Never.
that little dribble that
Never.
comes down. You're like, oh, I should have worn jeans today. Damn it.
Never khaki pants, all dark colored denim for this guy.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You're 52. I'm a little older than you.
Yeah.
You will get to a point, and maybe you're already there. You might be, where you wake up twice a night and go, "I better go pee."
Yeah, right.
That's
So
coming.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I try to. So here's a little thing. If you stop drinking water at 7,
Yeah. Yep.
and then replace it with alcohol, which dehydrates you, there goes the pee problem.
Mm-hmm. But the problem with that is, if I drink the alcohol, get away with the pee, I'll still be going, "What the hell are you looking at?" See, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he's gonna get in a fight.
I just think that's just who you are. That's who you. That's just your.
Yeah.
Why are you fighting this? Why are
I
you
don't
fighting?
anymore.
Fighting.
I should just go back to
Just
it.
go back
You
to
think
be
I
a
haven't aged out of it?
barroom. Oh man, you aged out of picking fights with the same. You had to fight your own group.
That's true. That's probably not a
Go to a
25-year-old guy.
bingo hall and start knocking people out.
I love that idea. Go to the bingo hall. I get the coverall.
Just start swinging.
I get the coverall, and then I knock somebody out. I
B12,
love that idea.
bitch.
I
There
love
you
this
go.
guy.
I'm here for you.
I love this guy. I'm going to do it tonight.
I'm there for you, sir.
Tonight I'm going to bingo hall. I'm going to whoop your ass.
Whoop your ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
First time a man is ever killed by dauber.
Yeah, hit in the head with a dauber. That'd be good. Oh, I tell you, man, Ascension School back in the day, they had the bingo night every Tuesday night. There were more fist fights in that bingo hall than any place I've ever been.
Dude, that bingo's a real thing.
That
is a
You're
real
right.
thing.
That was
Bingo's real.
Yeah, it was my first job.
Being at a bingo hall?
Calling bingo. Yep.
Mine was too.
No way.
You guys know all the inside jokes then with the
Dude,
bingo
I used to work
calling.
at a bingo hall. I was run by police officers, and at the time, when my mind was free and clear and I was just a nerd, I was excellent handicapper of college football. So they also ran a gambling parlor out, and I would give them, they would come to me for tips and stuff about who do I like for games and everything. But now I'm not as good as a gambler.
Sure.
Because I'm tainted. Like I've it's like that episode where Costanza stopped having sex and he became really smart.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. That's how I was for gambling. Like I just saw the games for the game.
Sure.
So now I'm always second guessing myself and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Mike's a big gambler, right? You're more of a horses guy, though, Mike, right?
Well, I prefer the horses, but I bet pretty much most sports. I bet baseball,
It's
of course.
so fun. Can you imagine just going to a game and not having money on it and just watching it for the game?
No,
That's
I couldn't
not
do it.
even.
No.
I couldn't even think of that. Who lives their life like that?
No, and I used to be a sports writer, so it was a terrible conflict. I'm covering the Twins game tonight, but can I bet on the game? Well, I'm not Pete Rose. Of course I can bet on the game.
Of course you can. Of course you can. And then you were right in the paper the next day. The Twins disappoint in more ways than one.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, Twins win, but don't cover.
No, you got two White Sox fans in here. You brought them over to your side.
White Sox, baby.
Oh, I love covering the White Sox. I love going to the old Comiskey Park. It was fantastic.
You don't lie. I just feel like ever since they've changed their name to the Guaranteed Rate Field
Yeah.
and then had a red arrow pointing down, we've been losing.
That's not good.
It's not good when your NASDAQ is just tumbling.
But the great thing about being a Chicago sports fan is right off the bat, you know you're going to lose.
Oh,
No, I mean, look, Chicago,
Oh.
people who live in Chicago understand this. I mean, Kevin,
we have had some moderate success.
Yes.
2016 Cubs.
Yeah.
2005 White Sox, the greatest football team ever, the 85-86 Bears. And then we also have a 90s run in NBA basketball that's unprecedented, not to mention 3 Black Hawk Stanley Cups, a mini dynasty.
That doesn't even count.
I now turn it
hockey.
over. I now turn it over to Minnesota to tell us you guys were in the Duluth cheerleading team.
Well, luckily, there's 2 World Series in there. Luckily.
But
That's about all we got.
I know a lot of Cubs fans, and I really think they're more comfortable now that the Cubs are back to mediocrity because there was so much pressure on them for so many years. They expected nothing, and it got to be sort of a cult thing. Yeah, they will lose again, big deal. I lived in Chicago back in the 70s. When there was nothing going on with sports. I remember going to see the Bulls play back in that dilapidated arena that you wouldn't even remember.
Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you do remember, yeah. And that was one of the most depressing things ever because you go in there and it's like the lighting isn't quite right and they're going to lose and you got like 5 white guys on the court. It's just sad.
Yeah.
And
they did. John Mengelt, Jerry Sloan was on
Jerry Sloan was on that team. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep. Jerry Sloan, he's a guy, he fit perfectly with the Bulls. He was their point guard, and he was like 24 and bald, and it just sort of encompassed the whole Chicago experience.
Yeah.
But, I love going to, I could take the...
It's a great soliloquy about Chicago, by the way.
Yeah.
Soliloquy, there you go.
It really is. No, I mean, but it was always fun being a Chicago fan.
Well, and I don't want to brag because, it just sounds like I'm just a blowhard here, but let's not forget that the University of Minnesota won the National Football Championship, and that was only 63 years ago.
Right.
But the thing about Chicago was it was never about winning, It was a culture. It wasn't about winning.
Well, I'm going to tell you to what you said about the Cubs. So the Cubs were always bad, but the Chicago... Wrigleyville is such a great party area.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
And so people were just going to the games just to party. Then they messed around and got good, and people was like, oh, wait, if there's a better product that's out there? Then they messed around and got bad again, and then they said, no. The Cubs fans stopped coming.
Yeah.
Because they were like, no, we want winning again.
They
and then they
yeah.
went out and put together a product.
No, they should never have won.
They should have never. I agree. I'm a White Sox fan. No Cubs.
No,
I'm indifferent.
not at all. Really?
I'm actually indifferent. Like I don't root for them to lose, but I'm not celebrating when they win.
One of the greatest things that ever happened in Chicago is both the White Sox and the Cubs got the voice of Harry Carey at one time.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. Just. I messed up names for the White Sox. Now let me go to the Cubs and mess up their names.
Equal opportunity screw-ups. I like that.
Let me show you guys.
Poor Harry.
Let me show you. I can be inept in the American League and the National League.
Harry could get drunk for either side.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Harry. I'd always, I used to chat with him occasionally. He had no idea who I was. He'd say, "How you doing, boy?" That kind of thing. And but he was drinking from first inning on. He had Falstaff when I was there, but of course it didn't matter.
Yeah.
He of course he was Budweiser at first, right? When he was in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's very, very true. But I noticed you're not telling the story about what Harry said to you on the morning show we used to be on together. Should I bring it up for you?
I don't remember.
Had Harry on the show many years ago. Gelfand down there makes some smart-ass comment to him about, I can't remember the comment you made. You'll remember it after I tell you this, because I will never forget it. Gelfand makes some smart-ass comment to Harry Carey, and there's a long pause, and then you hear, Barnard, control your monkeys.
Oh, yeah. That was famous, yeah.
Control your monkeys. Do you remember what you said to him? Because it was a pretty good line.
Oh, there's so many. How
well,
can I remember?
There's so many. So many. Oh, are we doing a product? Am I about to?
You want to try to knock one out?
I'm about to knock
Sure.
one
What
out.
are you doing?
All right, we're gonna give
about
you
to
the
promote.
name of the company, and we're gonna see if you can make this commercial broad enough to just advertise for it.
Okay, let's go.
All right, the name of the company is Livia.
Livia.
Oh, so we don't have the spot.
So, Livia, that's the name of the
We're
company.
having a smooth day today in the old workhouse.
It says he wants to do an improv moment.
He wants to do an improvised live spot for Livia.
No, this is, you guys can put this on me all you want. What I'm doing is saving your asses.
We appreciate it. I'm obviously very concerned.
I'm saving your asses.
The only problem is,
which is exactly what Livia does. They save asses.
And they're smaller asses.
And reduce them. Tight asses. Tight asses, which is right? Because the older company was Livia, and
Livia.
Big asses.
Like
and then they
oblivious.
was like, we got to get a little bit tighter. Livia asses. It's they're gonna love this. You have to invest in it. You have to believe in it, because once you step up into the Livia world, asses just get tight.
Now you gotta play
Actually,
the
you
jingle.
nailed it. You nailed it.
You gotta play the jingle now.
Livia.
No.
Tight asses, Livia.
And he throws in the jingle.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Kevin. How about this? I got a 60-second live bed that we do with the Livia. I'll give you the bed, and then you riff for 60 seconds, okay? Here we go.
Wait, you give me the what?
I'll give you the bed, the music bed underneath it.
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
60 seconds? Jesus Christ. Wow, how about 10 seconds? You play it on a loop times
Okay, there we go. All right, 10 seconds. Here we go.
Introducing Kevin for Livia.
Yeah. Livia, not Stevia.
Okay, no, okay.
I'm from Bolivia.
No,
What?
I mean, it's just a piece of music that goes underneath while you do the live ad. You don't need to rap.
Don't let him.
You can rap.
Doc. Well, for one, insulting, that was rap.
Insulting. How dare you?
Second, first of all, wow.
We'll come back to that, sir.
Wow. Sir, listen.
Livia.
Let the artist art.
All right, here we go. This is Kevin Bozeman for Livia.
Yeah. Yeah, drop the beat. Livia, where you at? Livia, I'm up to bat. Livia, make it ass small, not tall, not ball, but small. Tight, Livia, tight. Tight, Livia, tight. Tight, Livia, tight. You know that's right. I still want some form, cause I don't want ass white. You know they don't have no booties. Livia, Scooty, Fruity.
I think we got that cut. I think we're gonna use that.
Beautiful. Kevin, that's the first time I think I saw you sweat. Like that got hot.
Carrying the show is what I'm doing.
Thank God. Oh, I'm making me cry. That is so funny.
I was into it, but I was doing the 1 and the 3 clap, and I just ruined the whole thing.
That was a whole deal.
Yeah.
That was beautiful, Kevin.
I have a question now. When they ask for a check, who's going to send the money to Livia?
Right.
Because they ain't going to send any money to us for that. I
No, trust, they're getting bonus. We already had it covered.
Oh, you already had it covered anyway.
You guys like 3 different ads to choose from.
You did.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're gonna have that shirt is gonna have Livia on it soon with your sponsorship, sir. There you go. We got room. He's got room on the shirt.
Livia also does alcohol, distilled vodka.
Now they do. Now they
bourbon.
do, yeah. Bourbon. They got it all covered.
All right. You ready? You done carrying this show?
Yeah, let's
Well,
It is time for them to hit the road, ladies and gentlemen.
thank you guys. Don't forget to check out my special, God's Work,
And-
available on YouTube. And then catch me at Acme this weekend. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. Tonight we already sold out up in this piece. Thanks for having me. You guys are the best.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Kevin.
it, guys.
It
We'll
was
go
a
to our
blast.
break early.
Thank you.
Early
Deuces.
here.
We can.
Yeah. Why don't we'll be right back right after this, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Barnard here. Are you ready for some throttle therapy? Cruise the water in luxury on a brand new Bennington pontoon from Power Lodge. Enjoy sunset from the water, entertain the kids, and float on the lakes all summer long. It all starts at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge, with locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine of St. Cloud. Hundreds of pontoons in stock across all Power Lodge locations. Your summer fun begins at Brainerd's newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. Enjoy the best days of summer on your their favorite lakes in a brand new Bennington pontoon from the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge in Ramsey. With locations in Brainerd, Onamia, Ramsey, and Miller Marine in St. Cloud, and hundreds of Benningtons in stock across all locations, the Power Lodge is your destination before you hit the lakes this summer and cruise at sunset. Fun begins at the Lodge, the Twin Cities' newest Bennington dealer, the Power Lodge. Get some throttle therapy on land and water, millermarine.com and powerlodge.com, and you can tell them Tommy sent. Ladies and gentlemen, acoustic wave therapy is the latest advancement in the treatment of erectile dysfunction. It's a non-surgical, non-medication solution to improving your natural functionality. For better erections and optimal sexual performance at any age, get back on track to a healthy, satisfying love life with your partner. No medications, no surgery, overseen by our highly trained health professionals all along the way. Twin Cities Premier Health treats the root cause of ED. Twin Cities Premier Health. Acoustic wave therapy protocols provided via a medical device that delivers painless, low-intensity, high-frequency shock waves over the surface of the skin. This non-invasive, highly effective, science-based procedure creates an increase in blood flow and helps create new blood vessels by treating the root cause of most erectile dysfunction. Sound wave therapy is also used to help repair old or damaged blood vessels, stimulate the growth of new blood vessels, which allows for better blood flow, of course. Unlike using a pill to create pharmaceutically induced erection, they treat the root cause of the problem. Acoustic wave therapy can last 2 to 3 years. Whether you have ED or simply want improved sexual function, acoustic wave therapy is the most trusted and stress-free method available. Reignite your intimacy once and for all. Discreet and confidential in-office evaluation by a highly trained and friendly staff of medical professionals. Acoustic wave therapy sessions in Twin Cities for a series of weeks, 25 to 30-minute treatments with no downtime afterward. Experience better erections at any age, and be sure to tell them, I should mention this, a special offer. Receive a special free treatment and a free consultation when you book today, valued at $800. 952-395-4346, or go to TwinCitiesPremierHealth.com. Be sure to tell them Tom Barnard sent you.
Ready, set, summer. Hi, this is Judd Zulgad, and summer is here. Whether you're heading to the beach, the ballpark, or a barbecue, summer is more fun when you are feeling your best. Let Livia Weight Control Centers help you make the most of our beautiful summer days. Join Livia's doctor-recommended program today and get 8 weeks free. That's right, 8 weeks for free. Imagine this, losing up to 20 pounds or more in your first 8 weeks. It is possible. I lost 40 pounds a couple years ago with Livia, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a program that works not just because they're going to help you shed that excess weight, not just because they're going to help you feel great then, but because their dietitians and nutritionists at Livia are going to help you keep the weight off. And that's the battle we all fight, right? Well, Livia has the answer for you. Summertime is here, and Livia wants you to make the most of it. Call 855-GO-LIVIA or visit livia.com. That's LIVEA.com. Join today and again get 8 weeks free. It's this simple. Call 855-GO-LIVIA or visit livia.com. Livia voted Minnesota's best weight loss program 2 years in a row.
We are back to wrap up that last segment. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Gelfand in studio. Thank you again to Kevin Bozeman for coming in. Malcolm from Acme. Had a hell of a nice time. Really nice, don't you think?
Oh, hilarious.
You know, it's great. It's great when good comics come in and they're having fun,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and because I keep harking back to all those morning show, the former morning show, morning shows when sometimes comics came in and like they were too big for the room.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and this guy's working.
No, he busted his ass.
No,
There's no
he
doubt.
did,
You're
yeah.
right about that.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah,
very
I mean,
nice.
we're just surrounded by comedy. We got two great comics. We're surrounded by them.
Who's the other two?
Well, I just looked to your left there.
There's one there.
Yeah, we're talking about Rudy, man. He just was playing Vegas.
There you have it.
It was, yeah.
And who's the other one?
Well, the other one was Kevin.
Oh, you're going to go with Kevin. Okay.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
No, Kevin was a very nice guy.
Yeah.
Hilarious,
Very
yeah.
pleasant. Very pleasant. So what else is going on in the news, Mike? Anything good?
Well, I have to admit, the heat being what it is,
Mm-hmm.
I have to admit that there's some mornings I wake up and I'm almost cantankerous.
Really?
I know
Not
it's hard
you.
to believe. It's hard to believe, but I think that this weekend, I'm into the Taylor Swift thing. You know, okay, I'm not in her demo. I realize that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still into the whole vibe.
Thanks.
Yeah, and of course I'm excited for Brittany because she's going.
Oh, God, don't bring that on. She's
I
going to talk 10 minutes of Taylor Swift. Here it
So
comes.
let me just talk about origin story
there you
here.
go. Way to go,
She was
Mike.
19 years old with teardrops on my... No, I'm just kidding.
You were 19 with teardrops?
No, teardrops on my guitar. I was going to pretend to start her whole...
Now, how old were you when you really...
I didn't get into Taylor Swift until later. Like, I didn't... Her country album, her debut album, I wasn't into.
That's right, yeah.
I didn't know any of that. And so I would honestly... I really got obsessed probably in the Red era.
Okay.
So it was later. I knew of her. I didn't have any of her albums until then. And then now I've gone back and, you know.
So was more like the Love Story era, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love Story, 1989,
Yep.
Reputation, and now Evermore, Folklore, Midnights, all those. I'm very obsessed. So.
Yeah. Well,
you know your Taylor Swift.
I know my Taylor Swift. You know, like I say, I'm not in the demo, but I appreciate her music and her, you know, just her whole vibe. I think she's great.
Thanks. Yeah, we're very excited.
I would love to go see her, but I would feel very guilty if I did because I'd be taking a ticket away from some 13-year-old girl.
That's exactly
Same.
right.
That's how I feel sometimes. Same.
And she's Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday, yes.
And that's where?
U.S. Bank Stadium.
God, she sold that many tickets, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, instantly.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some. So it'll be fun, and there's just like a lot of fun vibes. People are going down there right now, lining up because her merch gear opens at 10 a.m. in 9 minutes. So people are lining up to buy merch early, so they don't have to buy it at the show and leave the show at any point. And then people make these friendship bracelets, like, you know, the one I made you and Rudy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I got
and
one.
Mike, yours. They make those, and you just trade them with people. So I already traded a bunch with Rudy's daughter, Kinley. And it's kind of like a very much so, you can have kids down there, and it'll be very fun. And everyone sings and dresses up. It's an event.
It's an experience.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just a concert.
Yeah, so it's a lot of really fun people. So it's very exciting.
Does she have an opener?
She does. I think Girl in Red is one day, and then there's another one on Saturday, a different one.
Girl in Red.
Yeah. So what's kind of cool, Tom, is she's got her set list, right, that she does from stadium to stadium. And then at the end, there's 2 secret songs in every performance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the ones that she's not playing from her whole discography. And she'll eventually knock out each one. So all the Swifties are trying to guess which songs they're going to get. And there's like certain ones you don't want her to play and certain ones you do. So it'll be at the tail end, you get a song that nobody else is going to get.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
You remember, Tom, the first concert you ever went to?
The first concert I ever
Yeah.
went to?
Mhm.
No.
Because you probably weren't that young.
No, I literally was probably when I went to work for Capitol Records.
Yeah.
Really?
So it probably would have been Duran Duran, I would guess. Maybe.
That's a big first concert.
I'm not sure.
it really
Well, they
is.
weren't big then.
They were. Oh, so
They
you
were-
kind of got them on the uprising.
What was the name of the place down at 26th and 26th? It's right across the kitty corner from the bowling alley.
Yeah, down at
Marilyn Monroe or
the
Maryland.
Hub of Hell.
The Hub of Hell.
Well, that's what they always
I know
called
was
it, the Hub of Hell, 26 and 26.
But it wasn't called Maryland's back then. It was called something else.
Well, was it like right next to the bowling alley, or
it was kitty corner from the bowling alley.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can picture it. Yeah,
I cannot remember the name of it before it was Maryland's or whatever the hell it was called. But yeah, matter of fact, I learned something that day because one of the members of Duran Duran came up to me and said, "Tom, I need your help." I said, "Yeah, what do you need?" He goes, "I can't find the loo." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I can't find the loo." I'm like, "What the hell is a loo?" I had no idea. It's a bathroom for people who. It's a
also my dad's name. So
yeah, Lou the
but
bathroom.
they spell it differently. So.
Yes.
Lou the bathroom Gelfand was his
that
name.
Lou is Loo. So.
Not interchangeable.
Yeah, I saw the Beach Boys when I was 13. Actually, I was almost 13, and that was my first concert. So I'm out at the Excelsior Amusement Park.
I just changed my mind. I think with Chuck Knapp, because Chuck Knapp invited me in 1975 or 6 to go see the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that was the first one. I think it was 76. Why would you do this to me? Look at this. Look at this picture of this guy's nose. Why do I have to look at that? Jesus, you see that? What the hell I got to look at that for?
That is a lot of
Hairy,
hair.
boogery pain in the ass.
That is a lot of hair.
God hates me. I'm having to look at that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, how about your first concert?
Mine was a very affluent friend had a birthday party and her mom got us all tickets to NSYNC.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
That's not bad.
I know, and that was my first concert ever. I was probably 13. I wasn't a big NSYNC fan, but I had to quickly try to learn, and this is back before you could just kind of grab songs off the internet, so I had to try to fake it, and that was my first time being like, oh, yeah, I love, look at hand, Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
Because I wanted to fit in so bad, but it was amazing. I just kept going. I can't believe we're in this building with famous people. Like, it was, like, beyond my realm that if, like, something happened in this building.
Was that in St. Paul?
Yes, it was in St. Paul.
That's the concert. So you must have been at the time, what, about 18, something like that?
No, younger than that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you would be younger than that, absolutely. Because Alex and her friend went to that show.
Oh,
I was
did they?
Yeah, my favorite story. I was covering that show, and I can't remember who else. It doesn't matter who else was involved. So NSYNC had a backstage session where they would meet some fans.
Meet and greet, yeah.
A meet and greet kind of thing. So Alex and her buddy got to go back there, and Catherine and I, of course, escorted them because they probably were 12 or 13, maybe, something like that. And her friend was a true Minnesotan because she looks up at the stage and sings. And Justin Timberlake, the look on his face was unbelievable because she did the Minnesota thing. Young lady, you have a question? Because you put your hand up if you had a question, right? Young lady, you have a question? She goes, yeah. What's your guys' favorite foods? And he looks around.
What did she say?
What's your guy's favorite food?
I know what I'm saying. She was probably like, what
he
did
had
she
no
say?
idea what the hell she said. He was like, what?
Oh, I understood it, but I'm very well aware
that's true.
that Justin Timberlake was probably like, what the hell did that kid just say?
Not a clue what he said.
What's your guys' favorite food?
Foods. Yeah,
it's like a simple enough question.
Yeah, what's your guys' favorite foods?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell did she just... And he looks at me, and I'm like, I didn't even know what the hell she said. But they were very good at that press conference. I do remember that. They were all really into it at the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that he's been canceled for some reason.
Yeah, he got a... after Britney Spears' documentary came out.
Oh, okay.
There was just a lot of problematic things with the way things... It's not necessarily his fault, some of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just we kind of came from a society or a situation where the media was quick to blame both Janet Jackson and Britney Spears and let Justin Timberlake go off without a mark on him. He's still a great, boy. And I think then he tried to write an apology, but it was just really pathetic.
Oh, really?
And it was like a picture of the Notes app and him being like, I don't know. It was. You just kind of take a pause and you go back with the Janet Jackson thing. She was banned from the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then he claimed he had no idea about the boob, exposed. That wasn't a full boob exposed, but it was him ripping off a section of her clothes, going, "I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song," and then that was the nipple tassel, whatever cover, and her boob out, and they were like, "You can't show that on TV." Somebody ripping off someone's clothes. And he kind of did I didn't know that was going to happen. That was a wardrobe malfunction. And all the blame went on her. And it was like a little bit of there was no way that's true. That there was no way that they hadn't practiced that and there hadn't been an elaborate dress rehearsal. And so everyone got pretty annoyed with him.
Or is it an undress rehearsal?
True that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll add him to my list of people I feel sorry for then.
Perfect.
Can you imagine? Look, and that was how many years ago?
I don't know, but man.
Was it 15 years ago?
Yeah,
I think
she's 15 years, something like that.
She's still banned from Super Bowl, and he performed again.
So I have a question for you. So it's okay to show pictures of penises in books for children, but you can't show a titty? I don't really understand. I don't follow that too well.
2004. Yeah.
That was almost 20 years ago. Good God. That's amazing.
That is crazy.
She's still banned from the Super Bowl because she showed a titty.
We have like 5 people writing in Norma Jeans. 26.
Oh, Norma Jeans.
yeah,
That's exactly
Norma
what it
Jeans,
was.
right.
Yep, it was Norma Jeans.
Marilyn
Thank
Monroe,
you.
yep.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For those who don't know, it's Marilyn Monroe's.
All right, that everything, Gelfand?
I think we wrapped it up.
Sounds good to me. We'll talk to you tomorrow.